Welcome to Texas Card House as we get ready for tonight's stream down in the Rio Grande Valley, getting ready for hand number one. Just an FYI, I'm not sure if you noticed, but the table's a little bit off center, and that'll be corrected here in a couple of minutes. But right now, first hand of 1-3 action. Fletcher making his return. And looks like the action is going to be on El Rey. 10-8 offsuit. And Fletcher going to be coming in for the limp. Par is par has a pair of jacks to start off the stream, and he's going to raise it up to 23. Quick call from CC Drew as Matt's going to defend his big blind. Fletcher going to do the same. And just like that, we're going four ways to a pot of almost $100. Oh, yeah, we're not going to be able to see the cards. So, yes, the card reader is going to pick up what the players have, but obviously everything is off-centered, so... pretty good flop for Fletcher there as he flops the straight and he's going to check it. Yeah, so the cleaning crew came in over the weekend and moved the table around and didn't put it back exactly. Par es par putting out a pretty big continuation bet here as he bets 80 into 98 and Fletcher moving all in. And par es par has a pair. He is not folded. He makes the call, and he's going to see the bad news as Fletcher flops the straight. Par es par is not drawn dead. He needs the board to pair. Yes, it is. The board is correct. The production crew talking to the dealer right now, making sure the board is correct since the production crew cannot see. So the board has to pair. Oh. Yeah, so the board pairs on the turn, given par es par, three of a kind, but he is not able to fill up. And Fletcher will double up on the first hand. Welcome back to the stream, Fletcher. As the last time he played, he decided to invite some of his friends, and the stream was called Fletcher and Friends. But the only problem is there's no friends at the poker table. So Fletcher showing up tonight with no friends and doubling up on the first hand. Par es par taking a hit to his stack. As I said, we are aware of the problem, and it is going to get corrected here in less than 10 minutes. But the cleaning crew did move the table when they cleaned up. The issue or problem in the cleaning crew's defense is that the table or the camera, the overhead camera shot, it's actually not, it's not in the exact center of the room. So they moved the table back to the exact center of the room, but the camera is a little off center. Yeah, so you can see Fletcher's big stack there. As we will go around the table, let you know who's in seat one. That's going to be Matt. The minimum buy-in is 300. He came in for 300. Seat two, we got Jesse James. He's in for 500. Seat three, we have El Rey in for the minimum 300. Seat four, Fletcher. He's in for 300, and he's already doubled up first hand. Seat four, T-Rich in for the minimum. Seat six, All in Joe has the biggest stack at 1,000. As Fletcher had a 7 last hand, has a 7 again. This time it is suited with a king, and he will once again limp under the gun. As T-Rich also with some suited cards takes it up to 15. And All in Joe just making the call here with ace queen. A little surprised, but at the same time, we have just started the stream, and something that I like to say is Normally at the beginning of the stream, like the first 10 hands or so, these players play a little bit tighter than they normally would play or a little bit looser they would normally play. So All in Joe, who I think if this was an hour into the stream would be 3-betting the ace-queen. Just playing it a little caution early on as we will go 5 ways to a flop. And looks like a 10-high flop, 2 clubs. So CC Drew flopping a flush draw. And CC Drew gonna bet that flush draw. El Rey gonna be looking him up. There's only one overcard to his 7s. So he's gonna call with the best hand here. It's kind of crazy because CC Drew actually has the best equity right now, as he does have an overcard to go along with his flush draw. And he's going to turn a straight draw to go along with his flush draw. And he's going to put out another bet here, betting $100. El Rey lets it go, so Corpus Christi Drew going to get the semi-bluff through. Yeah, so I actually just walked into the room to let the players know that we're going to move the table. So after this next hand, the table is going to move.
You want to move right now? Or George is going to come to things. I think the lean in crew moved the table.
So one more hand, and then the table will be moved to get centered.
It's the iPhone 13. The outlet's not the keyboard. That's all right. I'll get the USB.
I don't think I have one. Well, I do have a cable. One of those cables in my car.
It'll work.
You can see Chubbs in the background there, getting ready for the hand-to-end to get the table centered. CC Drew with the suited ace. Going to be making the call as All in Joe raised it up under the gun +1 with the suited connectors. And 4 ways to a flop we go of an ace high. And it's going to go check around. To the turn we go. All in Joe hitting a flush draw, and he's going to bet the flush draw to the tune of $40. CC Drew will be making the call with the ace, and that'll get folds from both Matt and El Rey as we go to the river. All in Joe can only hit a diamond, and he is going to miss. So does he bluff? He actually hit a jack on the river, so doesn't need a bluff as he now has showdown value. And CC Drew thinks that his ace is good here. He's going to put out a bet. So the river's actually a jack. There it is. Got corrected. So the river's a jack. Gives All in Joe second pair. And he just might look up CC Drew here, keeping him honest. Yeah, you can see it's a jack of hearts there. Yeah, he's going to keep him honest. And he's going to see that he indeed had the ace. So going to move the table really quick here to get everything centered back up. And hopefully it looks good here, because if it doesn't look good here, we'll have to move the table again, and then it'll be 15 minutes. Yeah, so there we go. All right, looking good. Yeah. Yeah, so I actually think we need to go a little bit more away from the dealer, but obviously it's going to be a lot better than it was from before. So we'll see if they move the table again. If they do, it'll be in another 15 minutes, as we are on the 15-minute delay.
10 live straddle.
All and Joe just losing that last hand. Going to put on the $10 live straddle under the gun. Action will be on seat 7, Par. He came in for $420, Par. Did lose the first hand, doubled up Fletcher. All right, so we should be able to see the over. Yeah, they're going to have to move it again. Did you move it again? Okay. Yeah. All right, so they came into the booth to check the feed, and they're like, "Yeah, they're gonna move. They're gonna move it." Oh, full house for Par. And he might get some action here. Oh, El Rey has a king. El Rey with the Rey. Par check raising all in, and El Rey is drawn dead. And I think he has to make the call here with trips, especially it's not that much more. Par moving all in for about $100, and he already called a $20 bet, so it's going to be about $80 for him to make the call. I think you just have to call it here with kings. Oh, he makes the fold. Nice fold. Nah, I'm not going to lie. I would have called with the king there. So Fletcher up $333. Par still down. Seat 8, we have Corpus Christi Drew. He's in for $300. And then in seat 9, we have Newbie, who has not played a hand yet. Par with the pair, gonna limp under the gun. Fletcher with deuces does the same. Thought Fletcher might raise it here with the deuces on the button, but he chooses just to make the call. And Par, who just had a full house last hand, is gonna flop a full house this time with his pocket pair, and he's gonna lead out. Ooh, Fletcher with a good fold. So players with some good moves early on here. Don't forget, we are live on the YouTube chat. We are live on the YouTube chat. I do realize we are streaming on multiple platforms. There are actually 2 streams right now going on for the Texas Card House, as the main channel, TCH Live Poker. There is a stream from Austin on every Wednesday. And Austin has the saying, keep Austin weird. And the TCH Social in Austin does just that, as they're perhaps the location that streams the biggest variety of games, as they are streaming the deuce to 7 single draw. Most people have no idea what that game is. Oh, Barispar with a pair again. He's going to raise it up to 28. Matt going to make the call. El Rey getting rid of his suited cards. All in Joe does the same, and we're going heads up to a $62 pot. Barispar does not want to see an ace, but his opponent does not have an ace. And there's an ace. Let's see if he slows down. He's going to slow down. Matt's going to have an opportunity to take this pot away. Oh, now the board paired with an ace. So it's probably just going to go check down. Oh, Matt making a move here, but it's not going to work. Barispar, he has a pair. He's not folding, even though there's an ace on the board. And he's going to hit a full house. So half of the hands Barispar has played, he has made a full house. And now he is hoping his opponent has an ace, but his opponent does not and will make a quick fold. So we have seen 6 hands. 3 of the 6 hands, Barispar has made a full house. Fuego. As I said, we are live on the YouTube chat. One of the good things about watching on YouTube is you are able to rewind and pause the stream. We are streaming on the Facebook as well, but you're not able to rewind on a live stream for the Facebook. So action's going to be on Newbie here under the gun. Still has not played a hand. He's going to be forced to play the next hand, as he will be big blind, but he makes the fold. Matt with the one gapper making the call, also known as the Michael Strahan hand, the one gapper. Barispar does not have a pair, but he's going to put in the extra $2. And we're going to have a 3-way flop of $9. And there's a 9 on the flop. Everybody going to miss. First person who puts out $5 will win this pot. Barispar with a heart, but he will check. It's only a 3 of hearts. And there is a bet, and there is the take. As I said, first person who bets at the pot. CC Drew actually had the best hand. He had a deuce in his defense. So Matt going to be putting on the under the gun straddle to 15. You are allowed to straddle up to half your stack here at the Texas Card House Rio Grande Valley. I know it sounds crazy. I've seen it before. You can straddle up to half your stack under the gun. The minimum straddle is $6. You have to double the big blind. But the maximum is half your stack under the gun. You can also straddle on the button, but there is a limitation on the button of $10. So the minimum straddle on the button is $6. The maximum is $10. Under the gun does have priority, as action's going to be on Jesse James. Not a very good hand. He will get rid of it. El Rey does the same. Fletcher folded. And it's folded all the way around to CC Drew. And it is, I was going to say the battle of the blinds, but it's the battle of the big blind and the straddle. As between the two of them, they have a straight in their hand. It's going to be top pair for Newbie, open ender for Matt. So we might see some fireworks here as both players hit in the flop. Newbie does not want to make 2 pair. Matt also has a spade for some backdoor flush draws. So Newbie betting 15, Matt making the call. To the turn we go as the board does pair with the 5. Newbie going to continue on here. Up to 25, and so the dealer talking with the production crew. I think one of the cards did not stream, but either way, Newbie going to take it down. So the first hand Newbie plays, he wins. Yeah, so it went check on the turn. Check on the turn, and Newbie betting 25 on the river. You can see the dealer actually talking to the production crew to let him know that the river is supposed to be an ace, and now it is getting corrected. CC Drew taking advantage of the table side massage. Looks very relaxed. I wonder if I could get a booth side massage. So you can see 3 players in the green. Everybody else with a negative in front. The number in the green is their profit. The initial number is how many chips they have in front of them. So Fletcher with 630 chips in front of them, and 330 of those chips is profit. Ace King of Hearts for Jesse James, and he's not messing around. He's just going to put out the big raise under the gun. Looks like 21. Oh, All in Joe's going to make the call. But you can see he is dominated with the hearts. And Matt making the call as well. Pay no attention to the 1-3 blinds. Said it once, I'll say it again. This plays more like a 5-10 game. Oh, huge flop for Matt. I do like a check raise here. And there's the check. But everybody's going to check behind. And now let's see if Matt puts out about $30 or $40. He's going to be betting 45. And this should get the job done. So nice fold by Jesse James. Actually did not get committed to that ace king. Very, very pretty hand, ace king of hearts. But pretty much played the hand perfect. Raised when he had the best hand, folded when he had the worst hand. Sounds a whole lot simpler than it is to actually do in practice. So I'm guessing they're going to be showing up in a little bit to once again move the table, as it's still not 100% centered, but we will definitely get there. So no straddle this hand. Action is going to be on El Rey. And he's going to be making the call. Oh, T-Rich with the hooks. Takes it up to 25. Bisp not in the seat right now. Pretty sure he is on a smoke break. And I don't know if T-Rich is going to get any action here. Yeah, El Rey does give him action. Does have the 1 over card. Going heads up to a Studio 54 flop. And it's going to be 10 high. So that's Not good for Terry, but great for Terry, as he has an overpair to the board and his opponent has top pair. He puts out the continuation bet of 30, and his opponent immediately goes all in. I think T-Rich is going to have to call here. And he does make the call, so T-Rich going to have to avoid a king or a 10 as we have a pot of $386. T-Rich still out in front, and T-Rich avoids the king and the 10 to double up with the pocket jacks. And El Rey immediately announces rebuy. Pares Par back in his seat. Looks like we got a little action in the chat. Got a Fletcher fan in the chat. Say that 3 times really fast. So El Rey going to be rebuying, and he's going to be big blind.
Same thing. You're gonna push it this way.
And they're getting ready to move the table again.
Go this way?
A little more, little more. And I would go a little more up, but it's definitely going to be better than it was. So let's see if anybody puts on a straddle. No straddle. Just your normal 1-3, as Fletcher is first to act. Just limping. You can see this hand taking place at 7:33. That is Texas time, Central time. So Fletcher with the suited connectors. And All In Joe raising it up to 15 with the 4 high. And it is folded around to Fletcher, who is going to call with the best hand. Heads up. We go. And Fletcher's going to hit a 7. All In Joe going to hit a tray. Fletcher will check to the aggressor. All In Joe will continue with his aggression, putting out a bet of 15. Fletcher will be making the call, and to the turn we go. Ooh. A terrible turn for Fletcher as All In Joe hits trips. I think he's going to size it up here, maybe to 50. He's going to bet 45. And Fletcher not ready to let go of his 7. As little does he know, he's going to have to hit a 7 to take the lead. And he's going to miss. All In Joe not done betting, as he's going to cut out. Does he go small or does he go big? Looks like he's going to go big. Yep. Oh, betting over the pot. $200 into $150. He is making it seem like he missed his flush draw. The clubs did miss. So he's making it seem like he missed the flush draw. Let's see if Fletcher can figure it out. Fletcher makes the call, and he's going to see the 3 3s for All In Joe. So All In Joe using some really good bet sizing as he raised it pre-flop to 15 with the 4-3. Hit a 3 on the flop, continued for another 15. Made trips on the turn and then sized it up to 45. Basically a pot size bet. There was 40. There was 49 in the pot. Actually, there were 64 in the pot. And then on the river, he overbets it, making it seem like he missed his flush draw, hoping to get a call from an ace. But he actually got a call from a 7. Sometimes you go with your read, and sometimes it's right, sometimes it's not. And Fletcher's read was not right. Fletcher is actually still up $55 even after losing that big hand, as we do have a button straddle from Jesse James to 6. And CC Drew really seems to be enjoying that tableside massage. Tableside massage is available here at the Texas Card House, Rio Grande Valley. $1 a minute. $1 a minute. Gut shot for El Rey, and it's going to go check around as Matt turns an open ender. And Matt is going to bet his open ender to the tune of $20. Let's see if El Rey makes the call. He does not. So Matt taking it down with 5 high. We do have a under the gun straddle coming from All In Joe. $10 to go. So with Fletcher losing that hand, now CC Drew in the lead. The CC standing for Corpus Christi. The Drew short for Andrew. So Corpus Christi, like the Rio Grande Valley, also located in South Texas. But if you know anything about Texas, it's huge. So Corpus Christi, about a 2-hour drive from the Texas Card House RGV, Texas Card House RGV, located in the city of Edinburg. Just like Edinburgh, Scotland, but without the H. Fletcher calling the straddle. And we will have round 2 against Fletcher and All In Joe, as Fletcher hits a 4 and he leads right out. And that's going to get the job done. So Fletcher getting a little revenge on All In Joe. And he's going to put the straddle out. Looks like it's going to be 10. T-I-N 10. All right, so it looks like the table's pretty much centered and players pretty much settled in, as we are now getting more straddles from the players. Of course, the straddle is optional. And the action will start to the left of the straddle. So action's going to be on T-Rich, and he gets rid of the hand real quick. All In Joe has $3 in, 7 more for him to go. And somebody's cards did not get scanned. All right, everybody's cards are scanned now. All In Joe going to be raising it up here. Has the ace-queen. So I mentioned this. I want to say the second hand somebody raised and he just called with the ace-queen. And I thought if it was later on in the stream he would be more aggressive, and that is exactly the case. El Rey just calling here with the queens. That is a little surprising, but this is El Rey's second bullet. So maybe he's being a little more cautious now. As we go 3 ways to a flop. Fletcher flopping top pair and a straight draw. I do not like a continuation bet from All In Joe here, as that range does hit Fletcher. And we can see that it indeed hit Fletcher. El Rey still playing his queen slow. And Fletcher going to be betting his top pair. Big bet with his top pair and straight draw. betting just over the pot, and El Rey really just has one move here. And that is not the move.
Show 7, 8.
Oh, Fletcher gonna show him.
10 buttons right on 5.
So as I said, when the flop came out, that was a flop that really hits Fletcher's range. And El Rey knew that, and I think he kind of overthought that a bit. But that is a good thing playing on the stream, is you know exactly what your opponent had. Granted, at that time Fletcher showed him, but a lot of times you're not sure if you're making the right fold. You're not exactly 100% sure what your opponent has. So sometimes you fold and you're like, I wonder if I made the right fold. Well, you don't have to wonder when you play on the stream, because you're going to know. So it looks like we got the player known as RGV Striker in the chat. Top pair. Top pair for Bisp. Huge flop. Huge flop for all of Joe. I'm a little, he hits his flush on the turn. He hits his straight on the turn. He cannot hit a straight flush though, as Bisp has the 4 diamonds. So Bisp has a pair. He makes the call. 99 problems for Bisp. And All in Joe going to put out another big bet, and this time he won't let it go. And Jose saying, let's go. There's the VPIP, folks. You can see El Rey in the lead right now. He's played about 2/3 of the pots. He's in at 67%. On the bottom end is Newbie. I think he has played 1 or 2 of those 15 first hands.
7 on the button.
All in Joe putting $7 in on the button. His action is going to be on Bisp. Newbie has a suited ace, and it looks like he was getting ready to fold. Action's actually on Bisp because of the button straddle. Oh, Bisp raising it up. He's making it 33, and Newbie going to be making the call. Jesse James, El Rey, and Fletcher all folding, as does T-Rich. And now All in Joe with the AC Deucey. He might be making a move here. No, he just makes the call. Does have the power of the button. Maybe if he was out of position, he might have made a move, but he does have the power of the button, so he makes the call. And we will see a open-ender for Bisp. He was your initial raiser, but he's going to slow down. And Newbie cutting out some chips. This should get all in Joe to fold, but it's not going to get par to fold, as he does have an open ender. And both of his cards are live. I mean, granted, he doesn't know that, but both the queen and the 10 are live. So he's making the call and not in terrible shape, basically 60-40 right now. Board is pairing, which is going to take some of his outs away. And Newbie slowing down. Par is par, making his straight. It is a double paired board though, but he's got a straight, and he's going all in on a double paired board. Newbie with just ace high here. Lets it go. So $10 under the gun straddle. So after Newbie played that hand, it takes his VP up to 13, VPIP up to 13%. As Jesse James calling with the ace 10. What's up, Fletcher?
Check in 15 minutes. Check, okay.
All right. So Fletcher just coming into the booth letting me know that a crazy hand's going to happen in 15 minutes. We are on a 15-minute delay, so if you're listening, do not go anywhere for at least 15 minutes, because Fletcher said there's going to be some fireworks in 15 minutes. And he had a smile on his face, so I'm thinking he gets really lucky. So everybody with an ace. And it's going to come king high. So straight draw for both Jesse James and Paris Par. But Paris Par still in the lead. Matt with some backdoor flush draws available. And Paris Par is going to bet his straight draw. So it looks like everybody folded to Paris Par's bet. And the action tracker is just catching up with said action. But Paris Par did make a bet here on the flop, and everybody folded. So he will be taking down the pot, as it does look like we have some action in the chat. So earlier, the player that goes by All-In Striker made a bet, and it looks like Jorge Peña, who goes by Chubbs, wants to take him up on his action. They are getting the everything, the details of the bet squared away. It's like we have La Paca in the chat asking if I was working in Austin this week. I was not able to work in Austin because my car radio is not working. So I wasn't able to work in Austin this week. It's funny because I checked in I checked in on the chat of TCH Live Poker as TCH Social in Austin. They are streaming. They started a stream at 6 o'clock today, but it is a non-hold'em stream. So that's either really good or really bad. It is a very unique game they're playing. It is deuce to 7 single draw. Deuce to 7 single draw. So I checked in on the chat. I have met some of the commentators over there. And the first thing they said was like, oh, yeah, you guys are way down south. And it's true to a certain extent. We're not as far south as people think. I did the same thing last week with the Houston stream. I checked in, and they're like, oh, yeah, RGV, that's like 7 hours from Houston. And I'm all like, it's less than 5, but... The reason the drive seems a little bit longer, and I do agree with it, but I actually think it's a good reason, as Matt turns a straight draw and a flush draw. CC Drew going to bet his tray. Matt's going to see if he has a spade, and he does. So he's going to be making the call here. Getting a little low on chips, though. A lot of outs for Matt here. Any spade, any queen, any 10, any jack. And he's going to hit the straight. Does he check? He does. But CC Drew going to check behind. And see, he got rivered.
Why are you playing like that, Crocker? It's not very good. It's not good. It's not very good.
Yeah, so the reason why it does seem like a longer drive is basically there's not much between here and San Antonio. We're located 3 hours directly south of San Antonio, and it is a boring drive. It is a boring drive, but like I tell everybody, I would rather have a boring drive than a excited drive filled with traffic and other hazards. You can literally just set your cruise control as soon as you leave the RGV. You could set it like at 80 miles per hour, and you'll be in San Antonio in 3 hours, not have to worry about traffic or anything. But as I said, it is boring, especially if you don't have a radio in your car.
Hey, can you check on C2, see if he's outside? Doesn't play the hand on stream.
All in Joe with ace queen for the third time on the stream, and he's going to be raising it up.
Getting blinded out.
And maybe this was the hand Fletcher was talking about. Has it been 15 minutes? Fletcher flopping top pair. Newbie flopping a flush draw. And Fletcher going to bet half pot here. All in Joe should get out of the way. And does. Newbie is not going to get out of the way. Oh, Newbie just has about 150. Or, yeah. Yeah, Newbie's just going to go all in here with his flush draw. Fletcher going to be making the call as it's only another $80 more. And here we go. Fletcher still good with the 10s. Oh, and Newbie gets there with the flush. So Fletcher in for 300. And even though he lost that pot, he still has about 200 in chips in front of him. All right, let's check in on the chat. It's 2025. Who doesn't? So in my defense, my radio went out. I haven't had a chance to fix it, but I do carry a tablet for entertainment.
50 life.
We have, I believe Fletcher's on tilt here. Fletcher is straddling $50 under the gun. 50, 5-0. So maybe this is the hand Fletcher was talking about.
7. Turn 10-10. Turn a river 10.
So CC Drew might have dozed off with the massage, but he literally looked up and said, "What happened?" And the dealer let him know that Fletcher straddled 50 under the gun, and CC Drew going all in here. Has the ace king. Matt making the call.
No, I haven't seen him.
Oh, and Fletcher's blind here. Fletcher's blind. The return of Fletcher. Fletcher is all in blind.
I pick better when I'm blind, so let's see.
Fletcher telling the table he plays better when he doesn't look at his cards. So Fletcher all in blind here. CC Drew moved all in with ace king.
It's a good thing, right?
And Matt also moving all in with the jacks. So just like that, we have an $844 pot. If this doesn't get you to hit the like button, then I don't know what will. Make sure you do hit that like button. It's how I get paid.
She looks great. Just play it. Just
So the jack's way out in front right now. Fletcher with two undercards to the jack that are not suited.
There's still, hold on.
So Fletcher going to have to get really lucky here. You can see he is only 14% to win the hand right now, as he is all in for $214. Of course, 214, the area code for Dallas, the big D. Matt all in for 313. That's the area code for the other D. That's Detroit. There's actually a pizza place in Austin that is called VI 313, where they have a Detroit style pizza. It's a local chain there in Austin. They got a location right off of 6th Street there.
Blind. It's a winning hand.
So Fletcher has not looked at his cards. He is all in blind.
180 on the side. See what a $50 straddle does?
So Fletcher with the $50 straddle just lost a big pot to Newbie. Was perhaps a little bit tilted. Put out $50 in the straddle and is now called not one but two all-in start.
All right. Do you have jacks or like?
No. It's the
Ace
whole
jack.
pot on the side. And the middle pot is whatever was on the two.
I could see going like all-in dark here against one person if you want to gamble, but against two people,
I haven't seen.
Can't add up all the
Fletcher has not seen his cards, folks.
Come on, just.
So the dealer just making sure that the main pot is correct, making sure the side pot is correct, as there will be about $200 in the side.
What's good?
Actually, $198 on the side.
I can have aces. This is where
Oh yeah, so they did count it. It's actually $308 for Matt, not 313.
Ace king.
Oh, Fletcher open ender,
For sure that's me.
and Fletcher turning the
For
straight.
Sure that's me.
So Fletcher gonna win the main pot. Matt will win the side pot. They're gonna take care of the side pot first. They're taking care of the side pot first. So Matt's gonna win a little on the side.
Oh, 5.
Fletcher revealing his cards for everybody at the same time.
Let's go, baby. Let's go. What did I say? Let's go, baby. What did I
So
say?
straight for Fletcher,
Let's go, baby.
and that's gonna
I play better blind, right?
put him up to over a $300 profit.
Back. Oh, there's greens down here. I didn't even see this.
Button is right.
A lot of action in the chat here.
All right, guys, I'm out.
Oh,
If you're leaving,
That was enough game for me.
if you're leaving, can you look for C2?
I leave my luck here.
yeah, but you would have been 42, right?
Oh, no, not even, because you only have, I had 200 or so. Oh, you have 400? Oh, yeah. You had more.
215.
No, you had more, because I had 2. And there was a
Somebody in the chat saying I should get a Bluetooth for my car.
14, you had like 90
Well,
something.
hit the like
Yeah.
button and
Yeah.
that'll help me. Fits my car radio. Somebody's saying that I have the face for radio, and yeah. That's pretty accurate. And welcome to the chat, Rebel Poker. So I know Rebel Poker was actually in the TCH live chat earlier, the deuce to 7. What do you think about that crazy game, Rebel Poker? They are streaming on the main channel, TCH Live Poker, a deuce to 7 single draw game. As we have the pocket tens of T-Rich. And he's drawn to one last 10. Yeah, T-Rich just going to check it down here as there is 3 overcards to his 10s. And looks like we're getting ready to have a dealer change. Oh, T-Rich going to put out a little bet here. Let's see if it works. It does not work. So I believe we have a dealer change here. Yes, we do have a dealer change, and it is the lovely Ashley, or Ash Cash. Yeah, the pocket tens flop, I mean, it was good and bad. So sometimes, like when you have tens there and there's just one overcard and your opponent bets, you're not 100% sure if they have it. So with the 3 overcards, you pretty much know your opponent has one of those overcards. So I thought he was going to lose the minimum, but T-Rich decided to put out a little bluff on the river and got called.
Y'all see that? What was it that those girls that went to space? For like, yeah, bro. What the fuck? I seen a lot of shit. That's how much each person paid just to go to space for 15 minutes. They were 10, 15 minutes, right? They were, a lot of I mean, I was on TikTok and a lot of people were saying like, that.
All right, so we got the straddles going again. All in Joe put in the $10 under the gun. Bought his spot with 5 high. We'll be making the fold. CC Drew had the ace king earlier. Lost a big hand against Fletcher.
You know what I'm saying? But as soon as they landed, they opened it from the inside. But they, yeah, so they were saying. Like,
And Fletcher with the suited connector is going to be making the call.
Space, like, isn't this supposed to be like shut?
T-Rich doing the same from the big blind.
That thing, bro?
And all in Joe
Yeah, 'cause his wife was on there, right? Or his
just checks his option as we see a flop of,
something like that, right?
is it 8 high?
You don't know what
No,
the
it's
fuck
queen
he
high.
did.
So T-Rich hitting the 8.
10 minutes for a minute, right?
Should be putting out a bet here if it goes check again.
Oh, yeah.
There's the check. There's the bet. And T-Rich should take it down.
Guys I just recently flew on the plane and they died.
Oh, yeah. That, it was
why I say 4.
Yeah, fuck all that. You're gonna kill me.
Fuck around and outlive everybody.
Oh no, but you say you got money. Yeah, you said it on stream. They heard you. The people heard you.
So Fletcher is actually on top of the leaderboard right now. He was actually up $333 earlier. Lost 2 big pots and then decided to go all in dark. He's back up again. Newbie in the green, Spot in the green, T-Rich, and All in Joe with a small $10 profit. Everybody else in the red.
When he comes in, I'm playing for Max.
Spot with the ace, raising it up to 10. Make that 17. Jesse James calling with the ace. El Rey also calling with the ace. All in Joe from the big blind has the king jack. He will defend.
Shut the fuck up. That shit looks like a fucking
Actually, Matt made the call with the 9-7.
Big red.
And it's going to be ace high, so a pair for both El Rey and Par, who has the better kicker. And he's going to be betting here. All in Joe has a gut shot. Oh, so Fletcher did send me the big red. I do appreciate it, Fletcher. All in Joe thinking about calling with the gut shot. And if he does call with the gut shot and hits it, Padres going to make 2 pair. You can see there's 2 10s available as the 10 of clubs has been folded. Oh, uh-oh. Yahtzee. All in Joe going to check again. Padres has 2 pair, and he is going all in. All in Joe going to double check if he has the nuts, and he will fling in a chip as Spar is going to be left for 1 out. So All in Joe hitting a 2-outer on the turn to hit the straight. Spar is going to need to find the final 10 to make a full house.
That's why I folded.
So once they've typed in the call from All in Joe, you can see there's still bubbles under his name. But once they type in the call, this pot is going to go up to over $1,000. And Spar knows that he is in trouble. He is already standing up, and we might have a seat open on the stream game. Yeah, so there's the call. And a $833 pot, 1 out for Spar. And he's not going to get there. So All in Joe calling the flop bet with a gut shot, gets there, and there's the heart for his daughter. All in Joe told me that if he does win a hand tonight, he will let his daughter know. And I talked about this earlier. That's one of the great things about playing on the stream as well is, let's be honest, like a lot of your friends and family really don't know. If they don't know about poker, they probably have a different image in their head, as maybe they've seen some stuff on TV or on movies or anything like that. So a lot of times they really don't know exactly what you're doing when you say, yeah, I'm going to go to the Texas Card House and play some poker. Some people think that you're playing like a machine or something, like a slot machine. So you can have your friends and family tune in. You can have your coworkers tune in on the chat and give you a hard time. All in Joe with a huge hand here. And CC Drew going to go all in, so we might have another heart coming for All in Joe's daughter, as he is in really good shape here. I don't think Fletcher's calling with the queen nine, but I wouldn't put it past him because Fletcher does have a reputation. I think it's more than 65, but if it's 65, Fletcher's going to be calling.
Such a nit.
No, Fletcher folds. He announces he's a nit and makes the fold. And All in Joe going to be making the call. Oh, 2 pair for CC Drew. Oh, wow. Wow. Oh, high hand. We got high hand.
Bad beat, high hand, everything.
Let's see if we get the hearts.
On the stream?
And it was a voter vote.
So full house versus full house. And the reason why the all-in, the high hand is important is because of the promo for the month of June.
Not yet, but if he holds, yes. What was the other hand?
Was that you?
So I'm pretty sure it's at least 500. Oh, wow. All 4 baskets are at $500. All 4 baskets are at $500. So the promo here for the month of April is Fool the Joker. Every hour, $100 gets added to the high hand until it reaches $500. Then once it reaches the $500, the first basket gets capped, and then the next basket gets filled up. So all 4 baskets are at $100, and the players do have a chance of doubling the $500 if they're able to fool the Joker. So high hand on the stream, and CC Drew going to be rebuying.
Yep. Yep.
Just do it like me, bro. Straddle without looking. Oh, you saw. Don't worry. You gotta not see.
Not me. Somebody else. Slow roll. You're on the line. I made an announcement. I went see him and like, hey, somebody's interested. The guy that was right in front.
No.
Fletcher with the Kings, and we are getting that seat filled.
What happens at 9? He gets 500? You 500 now?
So what? Four red cards. Either get that,
Oh, there's the ace. So ace 7. Gonna hit an ace on the flop, on back-to-back flops. Fletcher gonna slow down with the Kings. Matt with the 9. Matt gonna turn a flush draw to go along with his pair. And CC Drew is the only player drawn dead. As Matt is gonna bet. Oh wow. So Matt bet and gets the best hand to fold. So this is working out good for Fletcher because Matt's gonna have to hit a spade or a 9. And there's a full house for Fletcher. Matt's gonna check and show the ace. El Rey's gonna know he folded the winner again to Fletcher. The second time tonight, El Rey folds the winner to Fletcher. He can only shake his head and tell Jesse James, I folded an ace.
What do you want your name to be on the stream? Jordan? Michael?
All right, so we do have somebody taking the seat. I'm not sure who it is. Normally I do talk to these players before the stream starts, get a little information from them as we do see the VPIP. Matt out in front now, both Matt and All in Joe over 50%. El Rey and Fletcher just under 50%. And Jesse James, who's been pretty card dead, he's going to be in at a 13%.
I'm 6'2".
6.5.
Hey, I'm 6'2".
Mine too.
2'6".
I don't know if the button's dead or if the button's on CC Drew, but they will get it figured out. Player coming in for 327.
Hey.
Looks like he's going by Jordan.
Chubbs.
Yeah, I think the button might be dead. No, it's not.
Nah, you think that sounds good?
So I like, yeah, you see a lot of bar players, I like knockouts, and people just barely like flat.
You got some power.
So what
All right, Jesse James with the K9.
Does it, like, do we-
Get rid of the dog.
Does somebody battle for like the?
El Rey
No.
calling with the suited
No, does
Queen 10.
do we both get like one basket? Like he gets
And
one?
there's Jordan. I don't think
Or it's like every hour.
he looks familiar to me. I'm gonna be interested to see if they're gonna pull the cards on the stream, because that'll be kind of cool if they do.
You ever watch it on TV?
What?
Snap competition?
Snap?
Snap.
Oh, snap. Oh, yeah.
Looks like a queen high flop. Flop hasn't registered on the card reader yet, but I do see the queen of diamonds on the flop.
You win.
I'm not gonna get hit.
I forfeit.
It's actually an ace high flop with 2 clubs.
Bro, these motherfuckers, they get it air, bro. Like, they swing. That shit's fucking
Bro, if you just knock out Cole right there.
El Rey gonna be making the call here as All in Joe bluffing in position.
Yeah, there's people that have fucking, like, that's like right in the ear, bro.
Second ace coming. All in Joe gonna continue on here. El Rey has folded the best hand twice tonight. Let's make it 3 times. All right, need to catch up on the chat. Let's see here. Yeah, somebody was talking about Vida 313. It's a Detroit-style pizza in the Austin area. They might have a location on the Rainy Street, but I do know they have a location right off of 6th Street. They have multiple locations. If you like Detroit-style pizza and you're in the Austin area. Chat regular Phony Turgeson reminding you to hit that like button. And don't forget, that's how I get paid. Somebody asking if we're playing for real money. Yes, this is real money. Got some Spanish in the chat. Oh, got an all in. Matt going all in with the open ender here. Gonna need either a king or an 8, and he hits the 8. Sometimes it's a little hard to keep up with these comments just because I'm by myself in the booth.
banter on the river. Look at that big ass hand you played against Drew. That one time. What was it? Ace 10, King 10?
Ace king.
Ace King?
Remember?
Big ass hand y'all played one time?
He did have
Yeah.
Huh? You got Ace King,
I
yeah.
waited till the very end.
Yeah,
To
yeah.
get like-
To do some, yeah.
That was so ugly.
Yeah. That was what, like a 2K pot?
Quarter mile racer asking me if this is live. And the chat helping out with the answer. We're on a 15-minute delay. I'm in the same building. Oh, we saw this earlier. Jacks versus a over, or a top pair versus an over pair. And it was this same setup. It was Jacks versus the 10. El Rey had a King 10. Wasn't able to improve. Let's see if Matt's able to improve against Jordan here. It is a King. And that's going to slow down the action. And it's going to go check, check. So the King scaring off both players. And Jordan going to be winning the Wild 104 pot. Yeah, so this is the Texas Card House. One of six Texas Card House locations across the state of Texas. There's 2 in North Texas, 1 in the city of Dallas, 1 in the city of Irvin. That's going to be TCH Social Las Colimas. 2 Texas Card House locations in Houston. Excuse me, 2 in East Texas. There you go. One's in Houston, and 1 is just north of Houston in the city of Spring. 1 location in South Texas, that's us down here in the Rio Grande Valley, Udo 956. Then you have the original location, TCH Social in Austin. Just northwest of downtown Austin.
Start picking my cards up, learning how to fold different ways.
This, backwards.
Backwards and
Do the helicopter.
the way things are going.
10 high flop again. This time nobody with the 10. Newbie gonna put out a bet here. Let's see if any of the competitors get sticky. Nobody gets sticky. Somebody in the chat asking, when do casinos become legal in Texas? Well, so 2 things. 1, everybody thinks that Texas does not have casinos, and that is not true. There is actually 1 casino in the state of Texas. It is located in the city of Eagle Pass. It is on tribal land, the Kickapoo tribe, Kickapoo Casino, the Lucky Eagle. So they do have 1 legal casino in Texas. And the Texas Card House is not a casino. It is a social club. There are no games of chance. There are no slot machines, no blackjack. It is strictly poker and other skill-based games, such as chess and pool. As we do have a pool table here, have some chess boards set up as well. Jordan with the pocket 5s against the 2 overcards of CC Drew. And there's a 10 again. CC Drew will put out the continuation bet. And this should get a fold from Jordan. Two overcards to the board. Maybe if it's just one overcard, he can call. But looks like he's calling for information. Confirming with the dealer that it is $60, and he does make the call. So to the turn we go. Jordan's actually drawn dead. The other two fives have been folded. And he cannot go runner straight. So he is drawn dead. The four might have got him excited, but as I said, he is drawn dead. D-E-D, dead. And Corpus Christi Jr. just going to put them all in here. Jordan might call for information. No, he's going to let it go. And it looks like CC Drew is finally done with his massage. And Georgia also does not have casinos. I know a lot of people go to Cherokee in North Carolina. One stop I've never been. Might go within the next year. There are direct flights available to, I believe it's Asheville, North Carolina. That's the closest airport you can fly into. There are direct flights out of Austin. They have two WSOP circuit stops at Cherokee, North Carolina. So looks like Matt saw CC Drew with his tableside massage and said, I'll have what he's having. So Matt in seat number one, also with the tableside massage. As we see an ace high flop, El Rey with the best hand. So All in Joe winning that big pot against Bisp, who did not rebuy. All in Joe up $650. And Fletcher up over $400. T-Rich in the green as well. And Newbie with a small profit. Jordan, who just sat down. He's probably played about 5 hands. He's down $56. Jack 10 suited for CC Drew. He's going to be coming in for a raise. Looks like $15. Dealer does confirm it is 15. Uh-oh. Matt with the aces. I was about to mention the letter A as CC Drew was getting a tableside massage from Alexis, and now Matt getting a tableside massage from Ale. So both waitresses with their name beginning with an A, and Matt looking down at 2 A's. $154 in the pot. CC Drew announces he is checking dark, and he's going to flop open ender. Jesse James going to have to let go of the 3s. CC Drew is not going to let go of his open ender, as he does have a flush, backdoor flush draw to go with it.
Oh, I had to figure out. River 3. Right?
9 of hearts.
Nice hand. Yes.
And the weapons of mass destruction
On what?
gonna double up here against CC Drew.
Sucks. Hate beat that guy. Kids got down the gates of blood.
Hey, these are all in the Northeast. Foxwoods used to be the biggest casino in the U.S., but now it is the WinStar, just north of Texas, right on the U.S. Right on the Texas-Oklahoma border. Mohegan Sun, that's in New York. So Foxwoods is Connecticut. Talking Stick is in Arizona. I've been to Talking Stick.
You can get a new one with everything you're taking from me. It's because she doesn't have a crush on you, that's why. Oh, she does. Oh, she does? They all do. No doubt.
Actually, they recently redid, well, I think last year. Within the last year or two, the Talking Stick in Arizona, they redid their poker room. The actual room is real nice, but they did change out their tables. And they got like the kidney bean shaped tables, which I don't like. Because if you're sitting like in seat 1 or 9, you cannot see the player on the other side.
Let me see what the fuck Terry's folding.
Room's actually nice.
Another Terry.
Located in just north of Phoenix in Scottsdale.
That hand.
A lot of great golf in Scottsdale. As we go heads up to a flop. Open ender for Newbie, bottom pair for Fletcher. Newbie gonna check. Fletcher does the same as we go to a turn of a deuce. 2 flush draws on the board. No player with the flush draw. Newbie with a straight draw. And it goes check, check again. Fletcher hitting 2 pair. And Newbie going to bet $20. Fletcher going to raise it to $50. And Newbie knows that he got caught. Let's see if he puts on a big show here. Now he's going to fold pretty quick.
I was there, but I was just gonna lock it in on the river.
You were winning from the get-go.
I was gonna lock it in on the river.
Yeah, I didn't realize the Mohegan Sun was that close to
Terry, I can't be showing you how to play, Terry.
Foxwoods.
I have to
Fletcher
charge
2.0.
you.
Fletcher 2.0.
You're gonna have to subscribe to it.
Yeah, I had a sip of my drink. Of course, I'm caught with a weak age.
It always freaks me out being from Texas on how close everything is in the Northeast.
Right, I wanted to, but I knew he wasn't gonna go. I needed to get something out of him.
Double suited.
Yeah.
No, that's like a pre-flop.
Oh, pre-flop. Oh, yeah.
I went to New York City one year for New Year's to go see the. So yeah, they do the ball drop every year in Times Square. So
Yeah, you ain't gonna do that.
did that one year, but
What you doing?
uh,
Got your hand in the cookie jar.
I managed to do a road trip one of the days. Went to Philadelphia in the morning. Went to Washington, D.C. in the afternoon. And then went to Atlantic City at night. And, I mean, we were at each location for a couple of hours, so it's not like we were just driving through. I mean, we did the touristy stuff. We went to the White House and went to the Liberty Bell there in Philly, but did all 3 things in one day as T-Rich has a set, hoping his opponent has an ace, but he does not. Oh, T-Rich checking again. T-Rich is finally going to have to bet here. Tried to trap his opponent, but his opponent did not have the ace. So T-Rich will take it down with the 3 9s. So El Rey and CC Drew, one of them down over $400. One of them down almost $400.
That was funny.
And then All in Joe and Fletcher on the opposite end of the spectrum as we get ready for hand number 35 from the Texas Card House RGV. So 4 ways to the flop we go. Ten high flop. Fletcher might get in trouble here as he has top pair, but Matt has a better kicker.
You skip that a couple of look at you. 80,000? A bit? Yeah, a bit.
Oh, Fletcher turning 2 pair. So first Fletcher might have got in trouble. Now it's Matt who may be getting in trouble here. Matt looking for an ace. There's 2 aces left as we go to a river. That is a king. See if Matt checks again here. Matt's going to check. $181 in the pot. How much is Fletcher going to bet? Fletcher's going to throw out 100. The spades missed, but Matt is going to make the call and see how unlucky he got. He's going to show Fletcher how lucky he got. Fletcher can only smirk.
Make sure it's 100. Please.
Yeah, I know Arizona, they used to have a law similar to what Colorado had as well, and also similar to what Florida had as well, where there was a maximum, there was a cap on the bets. So it wasn't a true no limit game. As I know in Colorado, the maximum was actually $100 that you were allowed to bet at any given time. So the most popular game for a long time in Colorado was actually a 40-80 limit game. But now they removed those caps. And Arizona used to have the same where it was a capped amount, but now those games are also a true no limit. Essentially, it used to be a spread limit. Ace high flop for Matt. Newbie checks behind. And Matt's going to bet his ace now. But since they removed that cap from the games in Arizona where it is a true no limit, there's actually a couple of good poker rooms now in the Phoenix area. I believe Talking Stick is still the best, but there are a couple of other good games now in Phoenix. Jack 5 for Fletcher. He's going to let it go. T-Rich has the sevens, and he's raising it up to $20. Jordan going to be calling with the ace-4. And Drew going to be going all in. Looks like it's about 200. I think this is going to be too much for T-Rich to call. Maybe if T-Rich had jacks or tens, he would be able to call this amount. But the exact count's 185, and yeah, it's going to be too much for T-Rich to call. As everybody's going to fold, and CC Drew going to win $44.
I went 8-5 for 214.
Fletcher wing. I'm not Fletcher wing. I don't have Fletcher's luck wing. I don't have the Fletcher luck. It's Fletcher.
Now what?
It's Fletcher.
Yeah.
Yeah, spread limit games are trash. That's a little extreme, but yeah.
No way. We'll never know. Thank God.
Like I said, Florida, Colorado, and Arizona, they all used to have a cap. So it wasn't a true no-limit game. It's what's known as spread limit, where you can bet up to, like I know both in Florida and Colorado, is up to $100. But as I said, those caps are removed now in those states.
You got it over there, Terry. Let me see your.
Two players with clubs, two players with the king. And Jesse James is going to hit top pair, as it's going to go check around to him. And he's going to check behind.
Sitting sideways.
Board pairs on the turn. Jesse James still out in front. Everybody else is actually drawn dead. Jesse James puts out $25. And I think this is the first pot of the night he wins. We're an hour and a half into tonight's stream, and he finally wins a hand.
All you have to do is bet, bro. Now my 50 back.
Let me at least get back to the even way, and then I'll think about it.
All in Joe putting in the straddle under the gun. Looks like 7.
She hit a pair.
You hit a pair?
Incredible. She hit a pair. It feels good.
Action's going to be on Jordan.
Might be the only hand that I
King
won.
Deuce, he'll let go of that.
Oh, you could have won with the deuce.
CC Drew
Straddle, is that a straddle?
squeezing his cards. The cards add up to 7. The bet is 7. So he will call the 7 as Matt calls with the 7-6 of clubs. And Fletcher's going to be raising. Fletcher putting on the squeeze play here with the suited connectors, taking it up to 40. Oh, wow. CC Drew with the snap call with 4 high. And Newbie's thinking about doing the same. Fletcher does have a reputation. And these players think that Fletcher is getting out of line, but he actually has the best hand right now as we go to a flop of $177. And we have a open ender for Matt, top pair for Newbie. And Newbie's going to be betting his top pair. Looks like about 60. 65. 55, excuse me. Fletcher calling with a gut shot, needing a 10. Oh, a 10 would also give Matt a straight. A 10 would be gross. We saw a 10 earlier on the turn. Calls a big hand, but now it's going to be another 9 for Newbie. And Newbie going to slow down here. 10. Newbie going to wind up with a full house. So Fletcher had Newbie dominated pre-flop, but Newbie's going to hit the 9 twice. And you can see this pot's already $342. Newbie going to put out a small bet here. hoping his opponent has a deuce, hoping his opponents have an 8. But we could see they do not. Fletcher going to let it go. Phony Turgeson thinking there's too many checks at this table. So I do think, especially in tournaments, got to be putting out those value bets a lot. But there is a there's a pretty thin line between the showdown value or the value bet, as El Rey picks up the ace king. Just called the $20 raise from CC Drew. That's a little surprising. And he's way out in front right now with the ace king. And he's going to get out-flopped. Fletcher out-flopping him, hitting the 9. And let's see if Fletcher bets his 9. Fletcher's going to bet his 9. Probably about half the pot, about 40. Looks like more than 40. Oh, it's exactly 40. El Rey getting short on chips here. You can see he only has about $55 left. And Fletcher's probably going to put El Rey all in. Oh no, Fletcher checks behind. El Rey has 4 outs and he hits one. Oh, it goes check, check again. So El Rey getting there on the river. And Phony Turgeson saying, you see, they are checking a lot. But trust me, it is a whole lot easier when you see the players hold cards. I mean, I see the players hold cards, and sometimes I'll even make a quote-unquote bad call. So CC Drew, action is on him. There's the VPIP, and there went the VPIP. But as I said earlier, that's one of the good things about watching on YouTube is you are able to rewind a live stream. I do realize we're streaming on multiple platforms. We're streaming on the Facebook. We're streaming on Twitch. I know for sure on Facebook you cannot rewind a live stream. You have to wait until it ends. With the YouTube, you're able to rewind it and pause it. Looks like we're going 4 ways to an $81 pot. 9 times 9 is 81. And that's a pretty good flop for Jordan. Let's see what he does. He's going to check, hoping that somebody has a pocket pair. Spade coming, Jesse James. That's a very big card for Jesse James. And now, Jordan going to bet his trips here.
The what? Stop.
So let's see if Jesse James raises or just calls. No, he just makes the call. Looking for a 10, looking for a spade. Everybody else will get out of the way. And we will go heads up to a river. We're going to be able to see Jesse James outs on the upper left-hand corner there. Let's see how many outs he has. He has 8 outs. 1 10's been folded, 1 spade has been folded, and he's going to miss. So Jordan's going to wind up with trips, but he's going to check. And this check is going to get him an extra $65, an extra $70. Yeah, so Jordan checking his trips on the river. His opponent does put out what he thought was a value bet. I don't think Jesse James was bluffing there. I think Jesse James was putting out a value bet. But he's going to lose the pot, and Jordan's going to win a $301 pot. So Phony Turgeson probably saying what most people are thinking, and let's be honest. When you tune in on the stream, you want to see big pots. You want to see blood. CC Drew raising it up with the 7-4, and he's going to get a 3-bet here from Matt. Really, really strong move when you take a look at Matt's stack sizing. He's leaving himself with just $100 behind. So this is actually a much stronger move by 3-betting this size compared to just moving all in. So CC Drew realizes that. He's asking Matt how much more does he have behind. And he realizes that Matt is strong. So CC Drew has a hand that can do some damage to a big pair, but the only problem is Matt did not have enough chips behind for CC Drew to justify the call. So if Matt would have had $1,000 behind compared to the $100 behind, CC Drew probably would have called with his suited connectors.
Can't believe what? You made Metro go home. I didn't make him go home. What was it? It was. He didn't even have on his job. Huh?
Everybody just calling the $3. Limping is pimping. Oh, Newbie with the 10s. He should be sizing it up pretty big here. At least 35. Nah, he raises it to 25. Yeah, this is not going to get the amount of folds he wanted to, and especially with Matt making the call here. Once that first person calls, it normally opens up floodgates for everybody else to call. You can see even Jordan making the call here with the suited connectors. And, yeah, this might... CC Drew thinking about coming in here with the Queen 6 offsuit. He's closing the action. Oh, he's going all in. He's going all in here with Queen High. Newbie should be re-raising. Pocket 10s do not play good against multiple players. The action has reopened. He raised it to 25. CC Drew going all in for 131. Newbie cannot call here because it's going to bring along more players. So he should be going all in here. Just, nope. I don't know why Newbie does this to me. They are who we thought they were. I mean, in Newbie's defense, it's in his name. It's in his name. Oh, wow. So everybody folds, surprisingly.
You're trying to get them fold, everybody.
And Drew's going to have to hit a queen.
7-6.
Everything but a queen on the flop. Oh, a jack works. No, Newbie's going to win with the tens.
Oh, him? Yeah, but.
So Newbie definitely has his unique style of playing. But it has suited him. As a matter of fact, Newbie has won a couple of tournaments on the Hijack Poker app.
What you buy in, Drew?
So Newbie winning the pot. CC Drew gonna rebuy and put the straddle immediately back on. And Newbie gonna be limping here with the 6-3 of clubs. Fletcher making the call with the queen deuce. T-Rich should be raising here to at least 50. And he says 60. CC Drew, who just rebought, and I think he's on tilt, making the call with 9 high here. And I'm not even going to try to figure out Newbie. Looks like he's thinking about calling the raise here with 6 high, out of position in the small blind. If he calls, Fletcher's coming in. He's making the call here. Fletcher's not folding. What? All right, put a queen out there. Here comes the queen. 2 spades, so CC Drew is probably going to bluff this here. Here comes the bluff. Only a $40 bet. T-Rich going to be making the call 40 into a pot of 233. T-Rich out in front right now, but CC Drew's going to bluff here. Oh, oh, wow. There's the check for T-Rich. I think CC Drew's going to go all in. No, he checks. I thought he was on tilt. Are they going to chop this? They're going to chop this pot. T-Rich hates that river. They're going to chop this pot if it goes to showdown. It's a $50 bet. They're going to chop this pot. They are both playing 10s full of 9s. CC Drew can only laugh, and T-Rich cannot believe his luck. What a crazy hand. Newbie announces at the table he also had a 9. 6 plus 3. T-Rich a bit disgusted. Still a little $37 win. So CC Drew down $564. El Rey down $407 as we get ready for hand number 45.
Yeah, but me lo das Black Label, ¿tienes Black Label? Black Label, no, pero vamos a mirar.
Pues ya este ya no. Short también.
CC Drew raising it up with the ace. Actually has the best hand right now. Raising it in the cutoff. Gonna wind up with the best position since the button folded. So Fletcher making the call with Jack high. Folded Queen Deuce earlier to a raise the previous hand. And Jordan's in bad shape here. He cannot hit a 10 as he is outkicked. So I kind of want them to pull the card on the stream, but I think they're pulling the card right now. Oh, they are going to do it on the stream. That's nice. That's some very good thinking there. I don't know who the manager is right now, but that's some very good thinking. So I'm talking about the high hand if you're just tuning in. As All In Joe hit a full house, aces full of kings. So he qualified for the high hand. So there's seven different jokers. And here we are. So if it's a red joker, it gets cut in half. If it's a blue joker, he stays the same. And if it's the gold joker, he doubles. So here we go. They're doing it on the stream. So nice job by Redbeard there. He is the floor manager tonight. So they're going to shuffle him up. They're going to shuffle him up. A blue card, he gets $500. A red card, he gets $250. The gold card, he gets $1,000. Let's see here. See what he's going to pick. Oh, okay. So he stays with the 500. He stays with the 500. Is he going to? There it is.
It was that one over there.
So the gold one would have paid double. 500, he gets to stay with the 500. Or the blue card, he gets to stay with the 500.
You butt out.
I butt that drink.
Hey, no wonder.
So we do have a table change going on right now, and we'll once again remind you about the high hand. It is Fool the Joker. So All In Joe was not able to fool the Joker, but the Joker didn't fool him, so he gets to keep the $500. So $100 every hour, Monday through Friday here at the Texas Card House, Rio Grande Valley. You draw the red cards, you get 50% of the prize. You draw the blue cards, you get 100% of the prize. And you draw the gold cards, you get 200% of the prize.
Around the table.
So we are exactly 2 hours into tonight's stream, as we do have a dealer change once again, and Fletcher is announcing a raise.
That what?
I told myself before I became a dad, I was never gonna spoil my kids. I was the biggest fucking liar I've ever told.
Yeah, we went to Target the day before yesterday. And she was like, just 3 toys. 3 toys.
Target's expensive, dog.
But she gets like small shit and like whatever. And like just off the rib, like grabs like 3 things and like, oh, okay, and like whatever.
Dude, it's over to go to Walmart, you get 6.
Yeah, you get more over there.
Bro, Target's expensive.
$11 for a check, 7
Check.
check, 8 check. It's almost if she grabbed like one check. Checks around. Four bets 53. Coach. Head up.
Heads up to the river we go. And it's going to pair the board, so Jordan going to wind up with the best hand.
Four bets 55. Seven calls.
Fletcher going to bluff it, and Fletcher's going to get caught.
Button is right. Thank you.
You have 8 what? You have 8 what?
Ace.
8 ace?
First strike. All right, 5 folds, 6 folds. 7 makes it 25. 8 folds.
Oh, Jordan just winning the last hand, now has aces, and he's raising it up to 25. Jesse James, who's been pretty card dead, going to be making the call, and Fletcher, who just lost a hand to Jordan, is probably going to lose another hand as Fletcher is raising with the Jack 10. And let's see.
All in?
Yeah, Jordan announces all in. And Fletcher makes the snap call here. Fletcher going to have to get really lucky. As you can see, Jesse James folding a Jack. So dealer getting the count, Fletcher getting caught making a move. And the same player going to catch him again as Fletcher bluffed on the river on the last pot, got caught, and now Fletcher putting on a move with the Jack 9, raising it up.
And 4 calls.
I didn't realize Jordan had that many chips. Fletcher's in big trouble. OMG. I believe this is Jordan's first time playing on the stream. And I don't know if he realizes Fletcher has a reputation. This is why Fletcher has a reputation. Getting it all in pre-flop. Jack 9 offsuit. An $1,100 pot. Gets it all in pre-flop with Jack 9 offsuit. Flops a straight.
I think we're better friends than the other ones.
Nice hand.
Yeah, right.
Hey, stop blocking the nuts.
For sure, right? Fuck those guys, right?
Nothing here. Fletcher flopping straights.
No more breaks.
So that win is going to take Fletcher all the way to the top of the leaderboard as he is up over $800 now.
Run good, bro.
Thank you, Fletcher. What is on 3?
Yeah, Fletcher making a move with Jack 9 offsuits, runs into aces, and flops a straight.
7 has 400. 7 large straddle. 7 folds. 2 folds. 1 card. 2 folds. 3 folds. 4 folds.
So apparently chat regular, Phony Turgeson from New York.
3 in the hand.
They used to have a real nice drag strip in Old Bridge Township, New Jersey, English Town.
5 checks. 6 checks. 1 check. Check around.
Straight flush on the board, all in Joe with the straight, not the flush. And Matt's going to be putting on the bluff here. It's basically a pot-sized bet. And all in Joe sees that there's only $20 in the pot, not going to fight for the $20.
Button is right. Right hand.
Looks like we got another Fletcher fan in the chat.
I think it's behind it, but I'll tell him to change it. He's got it on Facebook.
Yeah, money on it or what?
I got the 100. I just got the 100.
So if you're just tuning in, welcome to Texas Card House as we are streaming tonight from the Rio Grande Valley. And if you're not subscribed to this channel, make sure you do take care of this. This is the secondary channel for all Texas Card House locations. We are one of the 4 streaming locations for Texas Card House. Right now on the main channel, there is a stream going on from TCH Social in Austin. It is a non-Hold'em stream. As a matter of fact, it is the second straight non-Hold'em stream for TCH Live, as Tuesday's stream was Big O Congress from Dallas. And then tonight's stream is the Deuce to 7 single draw that's going on right now. So you can check that out later if you have ever been interested in Deuce to 7 single draw. But as I said, this is a secondary channel. We do stream on this channel every Wednesday night. And on Friday nights, we do stream on the main channel, which is TCH Live. It's kind of weird or funny because whenever you do a search on YouTube, you'll have both channels pop up. And the easiest way to distinguish the channels is by the logo that you see on the center of your screen there, right above Texas Card House, that circle logo that has a spade, a diamond, a club, and a heart. That is the logo for this channel. The logo for TCH Live, it is a circle that says TCH Live.
Yeah, but there's a latch right there. The wood roads and all that. The whole parking lot? That's what I'm saying. Yeah, it's wood roads.
They make you wait, pero yo le pagaba a alguien que hiciera la fila.
So under the gun for CC Drew, he is going to be raising with the queens. 15-1-5. He's going to get at least one caller. Jesse James calling with the Apple Jacks. El Rey does the same. Fletcher coming along. Even T-Rich is in. It's going to be crazy if the last ace comes out because 3 players with aces in their hands, with an ace in their hand. Jordan getting priced in. He's going to make the call. And just like that, we're going 6 ways to a flop. No ace, but a king on the flop. Open ender for El Rey. Also has backdoor hearts. And CC Drew going to put out a small $20 bet. El Rey going to be making the call. Everybody else folding. And heads up to the turn we go. CC Drew does not like that king on the board. But it is the jack or the 6 that he's going to have to worry about. Heart draw for El Rey now. CC Drew with another small bet. Gets a quick call. Excuse me. So 10 outs. 10 outs for El Rey. And he's going to miss them all. So CC Drew going to wind up with the best hand here. Had the best hand all along. He's finally going to check. And El Rey going to try to bluff. But the bluff's not going to work. He put out $25. CC Drew makes the snap call. And El Rey going to show all of the outs that he missed. Yeah, I do know, so that track, not there in Englishtown anymore. But they do have a track just west of Philadelphia, Maple Grove. They also have a track in upstate New York. Lebanon Valley, I believe. Both those are quarter-mile tracks, drag strips. So Jordan put it on the raise here with the royal flush draw, the King Jack of Diamonds. I believe. Yeah, so El Rey just making the call with the suited ace. All in Joe getting a real good price. Also has a pretty hand. So all the players are suited. We got diamonds, clubs, and spades. So let's see hearts. We're going to see clubs. So El Rey with the flush draw. But Jordan is going to be betting here. And El Rey going to be moving all in for $51. 45 actually. So Jordan's just going to have to call here with king high and hope to hit. Look at him shaking his head. It's $30 more. He knows he has to call. It's 20 more actually, so he knows he has to call, but he's not in terrible shape. Oh, he actually is in terrible shape as there's only 2 kings left. Now he could hit. Oh, wow. Did he go? Oh, I thought he got there with the straight, but El Rey get in there with the flush. So both players hitting the river. El Rey hitting it better with the flush. Don't forget about the Hijack app. If you live here in Texas, you can play on the Hijack app. And, true story, you can play with players like Newbie. Newbie actually won a tournament on Sunday on the Hijack app for a couple of $100. And as I said, the great thing about it is you are able to cash out at any of the 6 Texas Card House locations across the state of Texas. So Newbie does not use the Newbie name when he plays on the Hijack Poker app. His name is No Vice. Ace Queen for about the 4th or 5th time for All In Joe here, and he's going to raise it up to 35. Jordan has the suited 10-7, going to be making the call, and we're heads up to a flop. As All In Joe going to hit his ace, has a straight draw to go with it, and he's going to put out the continuation bet. It is a $25 bet, the down bet. Normally you see the down bet in tournaments where the sizing is smaller than the actual raise. Ooh. So Jordan hitting a straight, All In Joe hitting 2 pair, and he's going to check. Jordan checks behind, and now we have a straight on the board. Diamonds do arrive, but they're just going to check it down here. Yeah, so goes by Newbie on the stream, and I think the Newbie name was taken already on the Hijack app. So instead of novice, it is capital N, capital O, and then lowercase. so no vice. Oh, there's the VPIP. There's the VPIP. Matt leading the way over 50%, and Jesse James been card dead, but he's still over 20%. The crazy part is, I've known Newbie for a while, and he has played poker for a while. He just has a very unique style. A lot of times it just seems like he's pushing buttons, and maybe that's why he does so good on the Hijack app, because he's a pretty good button pusher. 5 ways to a flop we go. Queen high, Fletcher flopping top pair. Flush draw for El Rey. And everybody else misses. Fletcher going to put out a $15 bet. Exactly a pot-sized bet, as this was a 5-way limp pot. And El Rey just going to open fold his flush draw. So the great Mike Sexton used to say, never go broke in a limped pot. And I guess El Rey taking that to heart, as it was a 5-way limp pot. Folded his flush draw. He's like, you know what? I just have $3 in here. Don't want to lose all my chips. So he did fold the flush draw. Yeah, so Phony Turgeson talking about when the straight was on the board. It was Broadway. Yeah, people like to be tricky. And sometimes you can get too tricky. The old fancy play syndrome, where you kind of Jedi mind trick yourself. So All In Joe put it the raise with the queen 3, the San Francisco bus boy. And he's going to flop a queen. He's got a queen with a tray kicker. He's going to put out a small bet here. No need for a large bet on this monotone board. If his opponent does not have a club, his opponent's going to fold basically to any bet, so no need to put out a big bet if the small bet will get the job done. Let's see if Fletcher puts on a straddle.
Whenever they get new ones,
Yeah, that's over here. Yeah, for sure.
And you use this? Okay, I forgot.
like this table.
Oh, to them, you to us.
That's why the you
Turn on the buttons,
Yeah.
and we got a 10 button straddle copy.
So there's the VPIP once again, as we do have a button straddle from Matt. That's going to help his VPIP stay at above 50%. And T-Rich calling here with the suited king. All in Joe also has a suited king.
What are those? What denomination? Brown chips.
And CC Drew put in a move on here. The Sizens on the small side. Oh, he's going to run into queens. He's going to run into queens, and he might have to call this all in, as he did bet $40. So it's less than $100 for him to call this all in. So he might have to call the all in. Fletcher was able to crack aces earlier with the Jack 9 offsuit. And yes, CC Drew gonna also try to crack a big pocket pair here with the Jack 9 offsuit. Yeah, it's 116. So it was about another $50 for him to call. Matt quickly showing his ladies. And CC Drew hits a jack, jack or 9. And he does not crack the queens, as Matt will double up.
Button is right.
You want one? Do you take shots or no? Do you? You want one?
So Fletcher still leading the way. He's in the green for over $800. All in Joe exactly $600 above. Looks like he ordered a shot there too. It's a celebration. Newbie up almost $400, and T-Rich up just over $100. Everybody else in the red. 2 players down over $400, and then 2 other players down over $300. Matt is about even. He's down $27. You can see this hand taking place at 9:31. The clock there on the tablet in front of the dealer. So you will add the 15 minutes. I'll make that 13 minutes, as we're on a 13-minute delay tonight. So pretty standard for all poker streams to have some sort of delay, and 15 minutes is also pretty much the standard amount. Sometimes when they do stream tournaments, they'll put at least a 30-minute delay, and the 30-minute delay winds up being like around a 10-minute delay by the time the tournament ends, just because there are breaks in tournaments. So sometimes at the beginning of the tournament, the 30-minute delay will be there, but essentially they will fast forward. Oh, everybody with shots. Essentially, they will fast forward whenever the players take a break. So that 30 minutes turns into 15 minutes. Oh, 30 minutes turns into 20 minutes, and then when they take the second break, turns into 10 minutes. But usually 15-minute delay. Sometimes in tournaments, there'll be a 30-minute delay at the beginning of the tournament. Fletcher needed an 8 for a straight. Will not get there, as Newbie is still in the lead with his ace high.
Y'all want to wait for him? Wait? Alright. I check. I check. I check Newbie.
Been watching it live in the red.
Newbie going to be betting his ace high. And Newbie making the call. Newbie winning the pot. Yeah, so Phony Turkison always wanted to see the bad beat. Under the gun straddle from All In Joe. So $1 small blind, $3 big blind, $10 straddle. Oh, all right, they got that card. The card.
I gave it away.
Hopefully the cards got scanned properly, because those two cards get in close to the wrong scanner. These are special cards. Each card has a computer chip in them, and each player has a scanner that's in front of them. That's what the circles on the tables are. You can see the circle within the circle within the circle. Kind of looks like a bullseye. But basically in front of each player there is an RFID reader, and that's how we're able to see what these players' cards are. As Fletcher just makes the call out of the small blind here with the Jack 10. T-Rich going to do the same with the ace. And All In Joe going to be raising it up. Oh, All In Joe with the ace king. Not that huge of a sizing, but I do understand, as he is going to have position. He's going to have position on the players. So really does not mind a call here, as he's going to get a call from Fletcher. Might get a call from T-Rich. Yeah, he does get a call from T-Rich. So nice sizing here by All In Joe, as shots have arrived. And he's going to hit a king. Fletcher's going to hit a gut shot. And what type of continuation bet are we looking at multi-ways? At the most 60? At the most 60. And that's the most, 60.
I made sure.
So exactly half the pot.
Nah, he got one, for real.
Fletcher with no backdoor diamonds, but that's not going to stop him from calling with his gut shot. T-Rich, who did have an ace, normally that's going to be good against the straddle and the small blind, but he's going to let it go, as Fletcher has all four queens that he can hit. $210 in the pot. Of course, that's the area code of San Antonio, as All In Joe going to be betting the turn again. I believe it was another $60 bet. Yeah, another $60 bet on the turn. Fletcher still looking for a lady. Instead, it'll be trips for All In Joe. And I think All In Joe's going to put out a big size in, but Fletcher missed his draw. He is done with the hand.
Nice hand.
You're good.
Shows ace king. Take the pizza. Button is right on 4.
Finally a value bet. So sometimes what happens is you can actually value own yourself, where you think you're putting out a value bet, but your opponent actually has you beat. So sometimes that happens. I mean, most of the time it doesn't, but sometimes it happens. And Fletcher going to be straddling 10 on the button. And T-Rich going to have the ace jack of diamonds. Raises it up to, looks like 30, 25. Jordan calling here with the 9-10 offsuit.
What the fuck was that, Drew?
And Drew makes the quick call as well with the diamonds.
I didn't even see
Fletcher going to need another $15. He's pretty much calling with any 2 cards, even a 10-4.
When he bet, I call.
Yep, making the call with the 10-4. So Fletcher has his 10 dominated. CC Drew has his diamonds dominated. And we're going to see a 10 high flop. Fletcher flopping 2 pair. T-Rich going to slow down. Jordan going to put out a bet. Fletcher should be raising here. Don't know if he is. It's a small bet. So 1, he should be raising because of the small bet sizing. $25 into over $100, so less than a quarter of the pot. Yeah, Fletcher raising, has the 2 pair. And let's see what Jordan does here. So as I said, I've not seen Jordan here at the Texas Card House before. I've never played with Jordan before. And the reason why I say that is because I don't know if Jordan knows that Fletcher has a reputation. So Fletcher has a reputation. Fletcher is a known player. Oh, so he just calls. Yeah, so he is making the call, and he's going to have to hit a 9. He can also go runner, a better 2 pair, like 5-5. Anything 5 or above is going to give him more outs.
Yeah, I thought he covered it. But do you want to jam? Yeah, I call. I have 2 pairs.
Ah, so maybe Jordan does know about Fletcher's reputation. Jordan goes all in. Obviously, Fletcher makes the call. And the dealer's going to count out the chips exactly. You ask for blood. You ask for blood, specifically Phony Turgeson. Here's your blood. 701. All right, another king. That's not it. And they just run it once. So that's a big 10-4 good buddy. Fletcher with the win. I don't know if Jordan's going to rebuy.
I strudled.
So Fletcher saying it was only $15 for extra for me to call. He straddled 10. It was an extra 15. And let's see if Jordan's coming back. That was Jordan's second buy-in. Fletcher winning that pot is now up over $1,000 for the screen. Nice hand. Yeah, and we're going to be having a seat open.
Hey, can we put John?
I think Georgie wanted to come in.
Georgie will put John.
Seat open like
Sir, is this yours? Is this your coat? I'm going to move it a little bit better. Yeah, I know. I'm sorry, Terry. Where's it?
Newbie raising it up with his ace.
Stop! He's trying to look away. He's trying to look away. I'll let you have it. Yeah, he's trying to
Jesse James with the queens has been pretty card dead, putting on the 3-bet here.
Look at that.
And Newbie thinking about calling. No, Newbie gets out of the way.
I don't know what that meant, but
So Jesse James has been very card dead, and now he 3-bets, so the table pretty much knowing that he has a good hand. Got some more action in the chat. All right, let's see who's coming in. Who's ever coming in, they're going to have to wait a hand. Cannot buy the button on the stream.
White Wizard? White Wizard.
Yeah, so he's going to have to wait a hand. this is unique to the stream. Normally here at the Texas Card House, you are able to buy the button in a cash game, and that's pretty much standard everywhere. But the way the software works for the stream is it's basically like a tournament. You cannot come in on the small blind in the tournament, and you cannot come in the small blind on the stream because of the software. There's actually one rare instance in a tournament where you can come in on the small blind, and it normally happens like later on in the tournament. If a player busts and they were big blind that hand, the next hand they're going to be small blind. So if no hands have been dealt, and you come in right after they bust, you're able to take over the small blind. That's the only time in a tournament. And the reason why is because it doesn't mess up the blinds. Because whoever was going to be big blind the next hand is still going to be big blind. So instead of having a dead small blind, a player can come in that regard.
God damn. Big ass fucking hand. Yes, you got all the money in the world. Goddamn, playing like that. Why are you scaring us? Yes, of course. I don't want to lose. I don't want to lose 250.
You don't want to lose 2 columns.
No.
Yeah, so it looks like Bradley going to be at the casino tomorrow doing the little pregame here. What casino, if you don't mind me asking? But this is something that I also do say a lot, as I do realize I tend to repeat myself a lot, but I also realize that we do pick up new viewers all the time, and somebody will just be watching for an hour or so, then we'll pick up some new viewers. But a lot of people on the thumbnail, they'll see 1-3 no limit, and they kind of look down on it. They're like, oh, well, if it's not high limits, I'm not watching it. And don't get me wrong, the high limits are great and fun to watch, but at the same time, there's a very good chance that you're never going to be able to play those high limits. The most popular game at any casino at any time of the day is going to be 1-2 or 1-3 no limit. If you walk into, let's say, the Bellagio at 9 in the morning on a Tuesday, you're going to be able to find a 1-2, 1-3 game, a 2-5 game. You're not going to be able to find a $100, $200 game. So it is the most popular game. It is what most people play. And even these high rollers got their start in low limits. So I've heard some people say, "Oh, it's just 1-3. I'm not going to watch." But this is actually the stream you want to watch, because you're going to see what players who also play the same game that you normally play, how they play. And I'm sure, even though Newbie has a very unorthodox way of playing, I'm sure that there's another player out there at another casino that also has an unorthodox way of playing.
Was it a little bottle? No, it's like 160. Yeah, it's like 160 the regular bottle, right? Is specs cheaper than Pillman's? So it should be cheaper or what? No, it's the same.
I buy is the one
Or on what's the name where fucking Costco is? Costco.
Yeah.
I've heard a bunch of times that Costco, the liquor store they have, it's like real cheap. I don't know, but I've never been there, but the thing, but I heard it's real cheap.
They don't have like a huge selection that everybody else has. They have like the top brands.
The top.
Yeah.
I want them to start serving Dobel here. That's what I drink. Dobel. Dobel. It's tequila.
5.5.
But
The specs from off the espresso is pretty nice.
the specs. Which one's that one? The one on they have one right here down the street, right here on Trenton. That's it.
A pair and a straight draw for both players.
What is that?
CC Drew with the best draw and the best pair. And he's going to hit his straight draw.
Yeah, like a 1940 $350 after hours.
So CC Drew
At the club, it's like fucking like $700.
That's why I always have a bottle.
with the straight, cutting out.
Yeah, get out of there.
That's why I always have a bottle of 1942 in my house.
Yeah.
75.
Shit. I went to
Too wet of a board for Matt to call, in my opinion. Not to say that he won't call.
there. They don't even sell you the bottle.
Any 5 makes it straight, any 10 makes it straight. The 9 has you beat. The 8 has you beat.
1942 is like way more expensive.
But he's thinking about putting on the hero cape.
$1,000. So you're buying like a fucking
We don't need another hero, Matt.
bottle for like $400 or $500, bro.
He makes the call, and he's going to see that Drew indeed has the straight.
$400 or $500, it might better come home. No.
You gotta get
I mean,
that.
no, yeah.
Wait, once I see that 1942, it's like a high wall.
Yeah, so Rivers Casino,
Dallas, bro, in Dallas,
I believe that's in Virginia. I've never played there before.
bro, they have a thing. Like a
Meet
fucking
Virginia.
They have the three ace of spades. The pink one,
I
the
can't
yellow
wait
one,
to
the rose gold, or no,
meet
the pink
Virginia.
one, the rose gold one,
Yeah, yeah.
the silver one, and they'll bring it to you like, cause there's like girls that are like petite, whatever. So they have like the bodyguards are like the fucking big dudes. They'll have the bodyguards like carry the girls on a bike, bro, like a little bike. Yeah, like an actual bike. It's a little one though. It's not that big. It's a little one, like the mini ones.
Yeah, so that's a $6 rate.
And then you have,
That's the
like,
great thing here about Texas Card House. There is
but that thing is like
no
$5
rake.
suitcase. Bro, I
There
was
is no
seeing-
rake. This is a social club.
I was seeing.
Have you ever drank it?
Well, I've drank that. Yeah, I've
It
drank
tastes like shit.
yeah.
It tastes like shit. I can't believe you
Yeah,
pay
no,
that.
yeah, I drank it. I drank the, what is it, the other one, the B one, the one, the Rick Ross one? The Rick Ross one, I haven't had that one before.
I haven't any of those. I had this
Pocket nines for T-Rich. He had them before and had a full house, but had to chop the pot.
6 folds, 7 folds, 8
Wasn't it?
folds, 9 folds.
No, dude, so, bro, no, check this shit out. There was a group, like a table of like motherfucking, like, bro, no more than.
Voted around to Fletcher, and I think Fletcher's going to call here with the suited
Bro, they were getting like 2 of those.
2-gapper.
Nice, bro.
Oh, wow. Fletcher makes the fold.
And I'm over there.
So T-Rich will take it down.
Out the bar, and that shit's like $20, bro, because it's expensive over there too.
Vegas price.
No, yes, in Dallas, bro, it's expensive, bro. Like, expensive, like,
Yeah, so this is a social club.
what the fuck?
All players have to have a membership,
It was cool because
and all players get a card.
we performed and shit, but we didn't.
Think
know
about
that.
it like a card when you go to Dave & Buster's or
Yeah, it
Chuck
was
E.
random.
Cheese.
He walks in through the side, but it was
So
like-
you
like,
load
literally,
money
like,
on a
two,
card,
like, they had it blocked off,
and
but it was,
essentially,
like, there, like, bro, but
when you
everybody
sit down at the poker table, you swipe your card, and whatever funds it has on that card, it is $12 an hour.
Club Omni and Caesars.
It's $12 an hour that comes off of your
One glass. And it
comes
was
off of your
one.
play card.
I said, no, just one.
So none of the chips are getting raked off the table.
What? Let's go back to the slots. Keep it for free.
Yeah, for sure. I don't care if they put fucking cheap shit.
The nightclub, bro. It's crazy. What they make. The markup on this shit.
Oh yeah.
You'll drink more, but you'll still end up with same result. You'll still get fucked up. You don't fucking make
And no, the high hands are funded by the $12 an hour that comes off of the players' cards.
Yeah, you drink that cheap shit.
7 folds.
But fucking, meanwhile, you're there having fun.
But you'll still have money.
Yeah, pregame.
Fucking get in there already fucking tipsy. It's like one more drink and it gets you going. And it's like,
My first, I mean, when I was
Fletcher in bad shape here. Everybody in bad shape except Matt. And Matt with the ace-king. So Matt had Fletcher
yes,
dominated, and Fletcher had Newbie dominated.
And I remember my boy was like, "Hey, let's go to Across. I think Across is Hakkasan."
Fletcher betting 45. Matt going all in, and Fletcher going to have to make the call here. Fletcher does have backdoor clubs. Let's see a club on the turn for fun. Let's see a 3 of clubs. Club for fun. Let's give Fletcher more outs.
It is. It's so fun.
Oh, wow. Fletcher hitting the queen. One thing I will say about Fletcher is when he knows he got lucky, he immediately rolls over his cards. We saw that earlier when he had the Jack 9 against the aces. They got on it pre-flop for a $1,000 pot. He flops a flush and immediately rolls it over. And Fletcher hit the queen on the turn. He immediately rolls it over. So no slow rolling from Fletcher. He knows when he gets lucky, and he got really lucky there. As Newbie had a queen, so Newbie folded a queen. Fletcher only had 2 queens he could hit, and he hits it right on the turn.
Yeah. We went to
is it 2 or 3?
three. You got some money.
Barrels.
He said it. Yeah, we went there, bro. I remember it was like $50 to get in, right, each person. So then we go. We just so happen to get a fucking chair like right where the stage is at. Let's say this is the stage. We got a table right here. We got a bottle of Ciroc. Because they don't have. At that time, I used to drink a lot of Bucanas. They don't carry that shit over there. Yeah, they don't carry that over there. So we were like, fuck it, we'll do Ciroc, bro. We gotta. Yeah, it is. I'm Mexican as fuck, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I bought like fucking 40 of those.
Yeah,
Looks like Bradley, a little 1-3 grinder.
that bottle was like $700, bro.
Playing 4 times a week. Decent.
And then he was like, man, my stomach hurts, whatever. So he's like, I'm gonna go back to the room. So I'm like, hey, I'm gonna stay here. Like, bro, I was having fun, bro. Like, there was just so many girls, bro. Like, so many.
When was the
Bro.
last time you were there?
Yeah, it was in 2015. Bro. This was,
Bro, you're way
yeah, I was young. I had just turned 21. Yeah, I was like, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, you know what? I was like, bro, like.
So Matt having to rebuy after getting the bad beat.
Bro, I get it. Go to Vegas, right? How much? Hey,
And Fletcher with the ace-jack
can I finish?
now has Matt dominated.
So before
You're having
Drew,
fun. You were 21.
bro, I was so having fun. So I was like, I'm gonna stay, whatever, right? So I stay, right, and I'm by myself with a bottle. So the girls, the strippers, they come, bro, and they're like, hey, like, and I remember my boy was like, hey, like, give me your money, like, cause they're gonna stay, right? He's like, give me the cash. I'm like, alright, I gave him cash, but I still had my card, bro. I didn't sell them, right? So I was like, alright.
All in Joe hitting the 6.
The girls come and they're like, hey, right there. And I'm like, hey, bring other girls so you can have me finish.
It does go check around.
So they're like, all right, whatever. So they bring girls. I'm having fun, bro. I mean, some guys. There were some guys.
CC Drew turning a queen.
Boston.
And let's see if he bets the queen, as there's $83 in this pot.
They see go pull out like $300. I get it in one, bro. And I'm tipping a girl, bro. I remember I was tipping a girl, and there was a
CC Drew betting the queen.
right here next to me, right? And they're getting
And that should get the job done.
up, and I'm like, I guess I was bumping into the lady's chair, the old lady's chair. So the guy gets up, bro, and he tells me like, hey man, like can you like move, like whatever, right? And I'm like, what the fuck's wrong with you? Like, I thought I was.
Typical Fletch.
I thought at that time, bro, I was young. I was full of testosterone. Like I would work out every fucking day. Like I was so fucking fit. Like I was like unstoppable, bro. And then I was drunk. I was unstoppable. I'm like, what the fuck's wrong with you?
That way.
So welcome to the Shack, Kiwi.
I felt more like that.
It looks like the stream on the main channel just ended.
I have the $300 in my hand, bro. I started throwing them up in front of them, bro, like on their table. I don't know what the fuck I was, man. The next day I regretted it. I was like, what the fuck? I fucking done bust it up because I wouldn't gamble at that time, bro. Like I wouldn't gamble.
Yeah, so we do stream on. This is the secondary channel for all Texas Card House locations. Tonight, the main channel, TCH Live, they were streaming from Austin. It was a non-hold'em stream, so if you have ever been interested in the deuce to 7 single draw, there's a deuce to 7 single draw and a deuce to 7 triple draw. But if you've ever been interested in that, you can check that out later. So essentially, it's a 5-card draw game, which I'm sure most people are used to, where you get 5 cards. Basically, it's like playing video poker, but the worst hand is the best hand.
It better have been real.
So 5-card draw, you get 5 cards, and then you can choose to draw 1 card or all 5 cards, or you can also not play. You can also fold. So it's called deuce to 7 because that is the best low you can have. It's going to be 7, 5, 4, 3, 2. That's the best hand. As Matt flops a straight, but All in Joe puts out a pretty big bet here of 75. Matt just going to call with the straight, hoping his opponent continues to bluff. Oh, Matt has a straight flush draw here. Matt now hitting the flush, still has the straight flush draw. The only problem is, if he hits it, it's not going to count for the high hand because he will not be playing both cards. So All in Joe thinking about bluffing here. Matt flopped the nuts, had to redraw to the nuts, and All in Joe going to put out another bet. And now Matt should be going all in. And I think All in Joe's going to have to call a little bit more here.
Bro, I lost those motherfuckers. I thought it was like street crabs, like, right? Bro, I lost those motherfuckers so quick, bro. I was so...
All in Joe knows that he got caught, and he's not going to pay the extra $50.
I threw. They didn't even let me see what I threw, bro. They were like, "Whoa, you lost." Whatever. I'm gonna fucking minute. Yeah. Bro, wait a fucking minute. It's fucking sick. Oh no.
Oh, wow. Did not know that.
Who's that? Is that mine?
So the main channel, which is TCH Live Poker, in general, the lineup is Tuesday night's Dallas, Wednesday night is Austin, Thursday night is Houston, and Friday night is us, Rio Grande Valley. Then Saturday, Sunday, and Monday are reserved for tournaments. So that's the normal schedule on the main channel, TCH Live. And on Tuesday, Dallas streamed a Big O game, which is 5 cards high-low. So yesterday, Dallas was streaming 5 cards. 5 cards high-low, Big O. Some places call it Congress. And then tonight, Austin was streaming deuce to 7 single draw. And apparently tomorrow, Houston's going to be streaming PLO. We will be streaming on Friday our normal Hold'em game. But kind of crazy that it's been all non-Hold'em streams on the main channel. Of course, we are on the secondary channel
That hand's gonna get me in trouble. I'll just
tonight.
nice one.
T-Rich hitting the straight and the flush.
Hey, Drew, we're still gonna go over there or no? No?
Looks like All In Joe going to be putting on the straddle. I believe, yeah, but I believe yes. So somebody did take seat 7. Looks like the White Wizard. So $10 button straddle from All In Joe. Newbie making sure his cards got scanned. CC Drew raising it up to 40, essentially first to act as the small blind was not here. Fletcher taking a bathroom break. And it is folded to All In Joe. He's going to have to fold the 10 high, and it'll be an $11 win for CC Drew.
I told you. I don't know what
Looks like we got La Garza in the chat. Ruben Garza from Houston. Playing at a different club, but that's all right. Houston's huge. Houston, the 4th largest city in the United States. Houston's so big, they have a loop around the loop around the loop. Of course, the biggest city, New York City, by far. Then you have Los Angeles. Then you have Chicago. Then Houston. So Houston has Loop 610. Then they have the Beltway, the Sam Houston Tollway, Beltway 8. And now they have the Grand Parkway. So essentially 3 loops around Houston, and they're still building roads. Texas Card House with 2 locations in the Houston area. One just southwest of downtown by the Galleria. And then you have one north of Houston in Spring. Two players with 7-4. One player with blackjack, the ace-10. Looks like White Wizard's back in his seat, and he's putting out a bluff here. Small $10 bet. I don't think it's going to get All In Joe to fold, and it does not. All In Joe making the call, and All In Joe hitting an ace. All In Joe checking again, hoping his opponent bluffs again, and his opponent does just that. Putting out a $55 bet, but All In Joe with top pair still has a straight draw. So even if his opponent happens to have 2 pair here, he knows that he has outs with the jack. Turns out he's not going to lead it as the White Wizard's drawn dead. Now a queen comes on the river. A White Wizard with a stone cold bluff. And All In Joe snap calls him. Wow, White Wizard went for it. He put out a $200 bet on the river representing the queen, and All In Joe did not even think about it. Wow. I think or thought that bet would have worked. The White Wizard played it like he had the queen. All In Joe sniffed it out right away. Yeah, Phoenix is pretty big too, and actually I've driven through Phoenix a decent amount of times. I've driven around Houston a lot more times. But they both kind of have the same feel with the way the cities are laid out, because Phoenix also has a lot of different expressways that run in a lot of different directions. So both cities, at least when you're driving through them, they kind of have the same feel on how their roads are laid out. Camera looks like it's a little off focus. There we go. White Wizard with the 7 actually has the best hand. CC Drew just saw the White Wizard put out a big bluff there, and he's thinking about calling here with bottom pair, but he thinks better of it. The White Wizard will pick it up. Yeah, not sure what the 5th largest city is. Maybe Philadelphia? Phoenix might be 5th. There's 3 cities in Texas that are in the top 10 of population. And Dallas is actually the smallest of all of them. San Antonio is bigger than Dallas. Sounds crazy, but it's true. And we're going to have a misdeal. Now, when we're talking about city population, we're talking about city limits. We're talking about city limits. Now the Dallas area, the Dallas metropolitan area, is a whole lot bigger than the San Antonio metropolitan area. But when we're talking city limit for city limit, the people that reside within the city limits, the city of San Antonio bigger than the city of Dallas. I want to say it's like one of them's 1.3 or 1.4, and then the other one's 1.2 or 1.3 million. And it's kind of funny because if you ever meet somebody and they say they're from Dallas, if you ask them what city they live in, a lot of times they'll say a different city because they're from the Dallas area. Did Newbie just check his 10s on the straddle here? White Wizard flopping an 8, and he might get Newbie to fold here. No, it's a small bet. Board pairing. Newbie's hand getting worse. And White Wizard going to continue to bet here. If White Wizard blasts off on the river, this should work. Let's see if he does. No, he's going to finally slow down. So Newbie going to show the 10s and get the win. No, actually, Chicago's 3rd and Houston's 4th.
They have him right now? But is he recent? Yeah, he's recent. That's what I'm saying, but like, I'm talking about like with Duncan and all them were playing. But I'm saying like, what I'm saying is, and they're still playing. Like, no, but that's what I'm saying. I don't give a fuck about who's good or not. I'm saying.
What's up, fellow D-Gents? I love that. So I'm guessing this guy's from Alabama but lives in Vegas now? So 5 ways to a flop we go. Pocket 8's the best hand. Ace showing up on the board, but nobody with an ace. Pocket 8's still out in front right now. Matt did hit a deuce, but he's going to check the deuce. Jack coming on the turn, and somehow the 8s are still the best hand. Nobody with a flush draw, but it's go check around again.
That would be
And the 10 on the turn, still the pocket 8s are the best hand. And it's still going to go check, check, check. So everybody checking. There was a $6 button straddle. 5 players caught the $6 button straddle. And 6 players checked all the way to the river. And El Rey will win a small pot with his pocket 8s.
He said you can keep it. It's all good. First leg, it's too awesome. You had it on? Huh? You had it on? You had it on?
So here we go. So well traveled. Born in Vegas. So nowadays, people are actually born in Vegas. Back in the day, if you lived in Vegas, you probably were not born in Vegas. And that's one of the reasons why, if you use the hashtag VegasBorn, you're going to get the Golden Knight logo, because they are very proud that they are Vegas born, the Vegas Knights. So born in Vegas, raised in Alabama, lives in Austin.
Oh yeah.
Actually, he's Tex in his name, right? Or I guess.
I don't even watch basketball like that, so that ain't even. Y'all say names, I don't even know.
So Jesse James hitting the jack. Let's see if T-Rich slows down. T-Rich is not slowing down as he's putting out $30. And does Jesse James just call? Yeah, he's going to call. And T-Rich going to wind up with 3 pair. But Trips beats 3 pair. T-Rich finally going to slow down. And Jesse James going to put out a pretty big bet here.
They had like 18 players like in the NBA. Was that high school? What is it called?
T-Rich doesn't like his kicker. He's going to get rid of it.
It's like fucking big as fuck, bro.
I just saw a video that said like 95K a year, right?
Yes, okay, that's the one I saw.
I just saw that video like 3 days ago.
Bro, that's the video I came across. That's what I'm saying.
It's all paid for by Nike.
So
if you're 6'10" and can dunk, you're in for free.
bro, for real? Yeah, I can get in there.
You have to be 6'10".
So Fletcher up over 1,200 for the stream. Up 1,200 at the stream. All in Joe up 700. Newbie up 400. And T-Rich with a small profit of 46 after losing that last hand.
Yeah, he said, he went, he was like, they even have a hotel right there, right? Or some shit like that. Like, yeah, that's fucking crazy.
The title was Fitness High School.
Yeah,
95K
a year. I was watching it, bro.
They just like literally recruit best players.
Yeah, he was saying that like a lot of the people, their goals.
Yeah, so actually, Bama Vegas, it's RGV, but that's fine. I think it was a shorter stream just because of the 7 deuce, but we're actually streaming on the secondary channel. We're actually streaming on the secondary channel.
Oh, the Ball Brothers.
Chino Hills.
Race.
And most people don't know about this channel, so make sure you do subscribe.
Hey, did you see the dad got his...
So Austin streams every Wednesday night on the main channel. Oh, Fletcher with the Ace King of Diamonds. Matt does not want to see diamonds.
Any colors? Heads up.
Oh, Matt out flopping Fletcher, hitting the 6. Fletcher will check. It does go check. To the turn we go. Let's see a diamond.
Our shit.
No, it's a queen.
You have a heart? Check.
Fletcher checking again. Matt content to check. Fletcher needs an ace or a king.
I got that. Check.
And Matt's going to win with the natural 9. 6 plus 3. So Austin streams every Wednesday night. They normally start streaming at 6 p.m. They stream on the main channel, TCH Live Poker. We also stream every Wednesday night, but we stream on the secondary channel, Texas Card House, 3 different words.
If I was more drunk, I would dunking off.
And right there, the logo you see, the little circle logo, that's the easiest way to distinguish the 2 channels. So Austin did have a non-hold'em stream tonight, deuce to 7 single draw. And we had our normal hold'em stream that we do on Wednesday nights. We will be streaming on the main channel on Friday. And I believe maybe Houston's going to be streaming on the secondary channel on Friday.
I don't know. I couldn't sleep right. What kind of? So that school you have to get like selected, right, to go in there.
It's a private school, but you gotta be invited.
You gotta be invited.
Fletcher, who just got his ace king, just lost with ace king. He's now going to go in the opposite direction, and he has the 3 deuce. 6 ways we go to a $61 pot, and it's going to be queen high. Jesse James hitting a queen. Newbie hitting a 6. El Rey with ace queen as well.
Yeah, it's like
Newbie's leading out with a small bet here.
There's like schools like that all over the country. I mean, that's the most popular one.
that's the most.
Oh, and Newbie inducing a raise here by the small
Well, the IMG,
bet size.
IMG.
But the Florida one is the best. Like it's
El Rey going to be going all in. So Newbie
like 7'2".
with the Jedi mind trick here. He put out a small $15 bet with his 6s, and 2 of his opponents are going to be raising here. I don't know what Newbie's going to do. All right, for sure he's not folding. I don't know if he's going to raise or if he's just going to call.
They have to have a certain like level of skill.
Jesse James does have the queen of clubs, so some backdoor possibilities. Looks like El Rey is all in for $100.
Ali,
How much do I have? I got.
And Jesse James actually asking for a count. How much does Newbie have? It's only like another $40, another $45 for Jesse James to call. He's gonna make the call. It shows that he only has $46, but he did add on. He added on earlier, so he has a couple of hundred behind here. Queen or an 8, a club. Yeah, so everybody drawn dead. 361 in the pot. That's the area code for Corpus Christi. That's where CC Drew calls home. Newbie announces all in. And Jesse James will make the fold thinking that he got turned. So Newbie going to be winning a $361 pot here with his pocket 6s. And that's going to do it for El Rey. Seat open.
Those are like the videos like pop up on my shit like at fucking 1, 2 in the morning when I'm scrolling through YouTube. Fucking.
What's your favorite sport? Fletcher?
I like football.
Really football? Me too.
I used to like
That's my favorite sport.
I used to like basketball a lot, bro. But I wouldn't really watch football, but I got really into football, bro. Cause
It's the best athlete.
I saw a lot of the pot numbers during football season, so I gotta watch the fucking games, right, to see who's fucking winning or not. So, bro, bro, it's crazy. I got into it, and that's what I do. I mean, I watch it a lot, bro.
Who do you like?
Cowboys. I'm a Cowboys fan. Yeah.
My brother is a Cowboys fan besides this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Bama Vegas, who lives in Austin, Texas, does play at TCH.
It was when Derrick Rose was playing, and I like the Bulls.
And if you can back me up on this, Bama,
I even got it like tattooed.
TCH Social in Austin, it's nicer than that other place. It's nicer than the other place. And I'm just not saying that because
Yeah. Bro, he was
I'm doing the commentating here, but
Bro, no, the Timberwolves.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, but he was always fucking.
Newbie with the pocket tens again, gonna win a small one.
Huh?
Newbie up to over $1,000 in his stack, so he should be up like around $700. Yeah, up $740.
Are you a LeBron fan?
Hello, Ao.
Huh? You like LeBron?
He's good.
Bro, there's this guy that I work with, bro.
Are you still giving tableside massages? The people on the stream want to know.
Bro.
Yes.
I have to, bro. He'll start arguing with his clients.
Okay.
About that LeBron's a GOAT, bro. And he'll start yelling. So he'll start yelling. What you mean? LeBron, he's 40 years old, dropping fucking 40, dropping doing this, doing that, like, and I'm like, hey, shut the fuck out. I'm like, shut the fuck
Jordan
up.
dropped like a bunch on the Wizards when he was 42.
Yeah, I know, like that's what I'm saying. But they'll go, bro. Like, and a lot of the people.
Here's what I'll say. I think Jordan is a better winner, and LeBron's game is more competitive.
Wow, Bam.
He's a better winner.
Bama Vegas, very well traveled.
You can't tell him that. Like, he'll
Born in Vegas, grew up in Alabama, lives in Austin, Texas now. But he has lived in McAllen, Texas.
Everybody has.
It's just like not fair because Jordan doesn't have like a post defense, rebound game to speak of, where LeBron's still playing with 4 and 5.
Yeah, McAllen is the next city over from Edinburg. It's actually where the airport is located.
Yeah. Who gives a fuck what we think, right?
If you don't know, they care.
No, bro.
Nobody with an ace, nobody with a king. Queen high, the best hand.
Fucking video of that. Fucking Jordan. Dad was like fucking like the mob and shit. Like at the time when he was playing, Or yeah.
And
or
the
like
queen
that,
jack for Matt, gonna get the win.
That's why they killed his dad, bro. But you heard that, right? They killed his dad. Was it the mob or yeah, right? It was the mafia or whatever the fuck, like the people.
But that wasn't
Oh, baby.
because of Jordan's game. That was
Was it his dad? I heard it was because of him, like that they would.
no, because Jordan will pay.
Yeah, there you go. So not only am I saying it, somebody else agreeing
Chachi?
that it is nicer.
Fred's best friend?
Yeah.
How much from
Sí,
Church?
papá.
The thing I find funny about the other place in the Austin area is every time on their streams they say welcome to Austin, Texas, or live from Austin, Texas, and they're not in the city of Austin. I mean they are in the Austin area, but they're actually in a different county. Austin is in Travis County. They're in the next county north.
They would tell him like, oh, like do this, score this many points, or so we could hit.
So much money. It's like, what is a gambling problem once you're at a bill? You know what I mean?
At that time, he wasn't a billionaire, right? He wasn't a billionaire at the time, right? Jordan? Huh?
Yeah, he was
Oh, yeah?
super rich.
Yeah,
There's no debt that he wouldn't be able to pay off.
yeah, of course. He's fucking rich.
But yeah, Texas Card House, Rio Grande Valley. This is the area. The city is Edinburg.
You think you're just gonna come in here and scare us, or what the fuck would you think of this, man? Fuck!
Oh, looks like we got somebody new. It's going to be Chach. So Chach, waking up with the jacks, raises it up to 50, and all in Joe. What?
The fuck? Now you had my
What?
bag.
Whoa.
Yo, no.
Oh, all in Joe must have got a read on the White Wizard.
I want my 50 back.
So all in Joe, I think, got a read on the White Wizard. That's why he folded the Ace King, because he knew White Wizard was going all in.
How much we got? Like 250?
And White Wizard, he has come to gamble tonight. This is the second move he's made. First move did not work out. And this move is probably not going to work out either, unless if he gets lucky.
Then after, I guess he went back.
White Wizard hoping his opponent has Ace, King, King, Queen.
We've been going once.
For this gentleman. Well, it's up to him.
I'll go once if you want.
It's up to you, bro.
I'll go once.
All right, one time they say.
Twice isn't really that fun on a
Fletcher's telling them to run it once, and they're like, all right, let's run it once. So White Wizard going to have to get lucky. He does have hearts and spades available. That's the good news. So first hand for Chach. Wakes up with the Jays. Of course, J in Spanish, the
I voted fucking
Jota.
I did.
So he's going to double up. And White Wizard's going to have to rebuy.
Fucking sits down, fucking jacks. Stop.
So I thought that was a crazy ace-king fold by All In Joe, but All In Joe
Yep.
saw out of the corner of his eye that White Wizard was getting ready to make a move. So for the third time tonight, seat 7 is open. So 3 players have busted out of seat 7.
Can't understand you.
Yeah. Yeah, Round Rock is not Austin.
Boom, I get jumped. I get jumped for making fun of this.
What the?
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. I get jumped. Like, hey, I look like y'all, motherfucker. I never said I was one of
Hey,
y'all.
do it again, do it again. He's coming. Right there.
No. That motherfucker knows fucking. He's from the tyrant, the fucking
Triads?
triads. Yeah, that motherfucker is serious all the time.
Inspector Lee.
Yeah, that's it. That's not Inspector Lee. That's what's his name? The other dude, the bald one.
Yeah, like I said, the reason why I think he folded ace-queen is he saw that White Wizard was getting ready to move all in. So he didn't want to call the all-in if somebody else was going to call in. I have folded ace-king pre-flop before. I have. Of course, just saying that, it seems very nitty, but when you see different action in front of you. Oh, jacks again. So Newbie put it on a move. T-Rich is either going to fold or go all in. Oh, T-Rich going to fold the jacks. Yeah, so T-Rich had All In Joe to worry about him. So the move makes sense because he had a player left to act behind him. I think if he's heads up with Newbie there, he'll go with his hand, but he was worried about All In Joe. So another big fold pre-flop. And Newbie going to show the ace-queen.
Yes. Who the fuck is on this fucking poker table? You.
I believe everything you say.
You. Me. Why?
I believe everything you say, bro. You tell me you have Quintia way. I believe it.
Yeah. Where the fuck are we playing at Cobras or what the fuck? Fucking low. What is it? What is it called? Is it a low? Low card what? Huh?
Yeah. Not talking bad about the other place. Not talking bad about the other place. I'm just saying that the other place is not in Austin as they claim to be in Austin. That's all I'm saying. I'm actually friends with one of the owners, Doug Polk. Ironically, I have been to a football game in Alabama with Doug Polk.
You know you want to get one. Yes, they're good. But after like.
In general, competition is good, and it's especially good for the players. It's especially good for the players, so always good to have competition, friendly, a little friendly competition. Nothing wrong with that. Like I said, my only beef is they say they're located in Austin and they're not. That's all I'm saying.
When I bought them and Roxy's with me, I was telling them, give them to your kids. But I just buy some lady comes. I just support her, bro. She comes.
She's Daniel's cousin.
Oh, is she?
Well, that is
I
good.
always say the little picture is Dano.
You want more real good.
Little pictures, Daniel.
It's
These are a little spicy. Someone,
Like
someone else
baby
makes them and
No, that's real good.
Oh,
I think Rocio.
So when they go around with the little things, what I tell them, grapes and candy?
Yeah, we went to the University of Texas Alabama game 2 years ago together, and of course UT won that game. So
Instagram's on there.
sorry, Bama Vegas.
they're like 12 bucks.
Oh, you know what?
You know who makes them? Freddie.
Crazy action in the RGV, and this is just our Wednesday stream. Our Friday stream's crazier in general. Our Friday stream is crazier in general.
Supposedly she makes them better. I don't know.
I thought it was Isaac. Except not talking. Good.
For your kids, bro. Hey, you can take that treat for your kids.
So seat 7 still available as we have more than half an hour to go on tonight's stream. Stream was scheduled to start at 7 o'clock, and the cards went in the air at
I'll message her to see if she'll come back.
7:04. Cards went in the air at 7:04, so you add the 15-minute delay,
Where you going?
and we started streaming at 7:19. So we do stream for 4 hours every Wednesday night, every Friday night. So this stream should be ending around 11:19. So as I said, we still have about half an hour to go in tonight's stream.
Fuck the V-bid. Gotta keep my rep up.
Street cred?
Well, yes, my street cred. Fuck the V-bid. Stop. Stop. Yes, he does, right?
So I'm sure you Austin players know, but TCH did move within the last year. They're still in the same area, but they moved essentially across the street. They're right next to the Austin Aquarium now. Oh, so just like that, a $200 pot that Fletcher's going to win. A $300 pot that Fletcher's going to win.
Ace 5 is still bad.
So Chach called him with the queen.
It's a bad hand.
I mean, it beat me, so.
If it's a bad hand, I will never play it again. Is it a bad hand?
It's like mediocre.
So I don't play no more.
Once every 30 hands you can play.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, I feel
So
like
when TCH Social in Austin moved to their new location, as any business would do, they ran a lot of promos. And the other big club there in the Austin area also ran promos to counter. So it was a very, very good time to be a poker player in the Austin area
running, bro, when it's like you don't have
when
just
TCH Social
you know what I'm saying? But
Austin opened their doors.
like if they're gonna go from here to the restroom and they run that way, and it's like, bro, just walk to the restroom, like go.
It's an emergency.
Just go to the restroom, bro. Like it's so funny, bro. Yes, yes. I have that hand.
Now you have a good hand.
Yeah, I have that.
So 6 ways we go to a flop. All hearts. All in Joe flopping top pair with the king of hearts, and he's going to put out a 1/3 pot size bet, 20 into 60. Newbie will let go of his bottom pair. Matt does the same. Looks like everybody's folding. Last one left is Fletcher, who has an open ender. Has 2 red cards, but they're diamonds, and he's going to get rid of it.
Put in the flush. Look. It's a flush. I'm putting the flush to you. Did you flop it or what? 19 flush?
No.
Oh, what it
King or
Oh, shit.
Josh told me that was good. He told me it was a good hand to
Yeah,
play.
Josh.
Yeah, so I will say
Or the chairs are high.
that
Taller way, like
High.
the campus there
higher.
for the University of Alabama was a super, super nice campus. Very, very nice campus.
10 on the button.
Come on.
Sorry.
Yes, please.
More full. Everybody else still okay? Still bien?
T-Rich with the nines, the third time he's had pocket nines tonight. One time he made a full house and split the pot. The other time he raised pre-flop and everybody folded. And now he's going to raise and get a call from the 7-8 of hearts. Oh, Newbie with the queens here. Newbie should be raising here, but it is hard to figure out what Newbie's going to do. And Newbie just makes the call.
Bro, that was good.
9 calls.
Why did the Diddy's?
That Diddy's? You go to Diddy's party? Or
And that's going to bring along Chach, who did straddle $10.
you ever was at Diddy's party or what? You think he's
Guilty? Fuck yeah.
T-Rich flopping a set of nines, and he's going to quickly check Newbie
So, you think
with his overpair. Oh, he's putting out a huge bet here. So Newbie playing the queens slow pre-flop and now playing them fast. And T-Rich going to be going all in here.
like top?
It basically puts T-Rich all in. It's a $150 bet, but he's going to announce all in.
Usher.
And T-Rich going to be doubling up if another queen does not show up.
I mean, let's just
T-Rich just call here?
I'm gonna make you a fucking millionaire. Like, let me.
All in Joe has a gut shot, but he will let it go.
You think they drugged him?
And there is one queen left for Newbie. There's the king, and now T-Rich moves all in, and Newbie pretty much has to call. T-Rich shows him the nines. And we have one out left, the queen of spades. If not, T-Rich is going to be winning a $500 pot here. 503 to be exact. So T-Rich with the double up.
Probably got it.
No, he's calling. He's calling.
Let's save me $30.
Y'all wanna do the 7 deuce game, bluff? Or y'all wanna play a small blind game?
How much time is it left?
30 minutes, but I mean, we're gonna play after. Why the fuck you come to town over here? The fuck?
Dude, you wanted to get on camera time for 30 minutes?
Yeah.
You can leave anytime.
So Fletcher trying
2 hours.
Fletcher trying to get
CPO or what?
a game going, a side game going. I think there's only 30 minutes left in the stream. I don't think it's going to happen.
What are you playing?
No, someplace called Joker Stars.
You play sure?
Yeah, it's been like token for like 6 or 8 months.
Because I've heard like that places out there. I mean, I've gone to fucking the card houses like in that.
Yeah, you cheer for both teams unless if they're playing each other.
Oh yeah, I heard about it.
So CC Drew with the sevens. Just making the call here as Chach raised it up with the 9 high. And we are going 4 ways to a Nintendo 64 flop.
$5 a queen comes.
And Chach going to hit a 9.
I said bet.
He is in the cutoff.
We went like this.
Fletcher did call from the button, so he is going to put out
What a fuck.
a $31 bet.
He doesn't have
hoping nobody has an ace. So CC Drew kind of playing his hand backwards, in my opinion. Just called the 7 pre-flop. Just called pre-flop with the 7s, and is now calling with 3 overcards on the board with the 7s. It's going to slow down Chach, though, I think. Chach is worried his opponent has an ace or a 10. We'll check it. And to the river we go. Don't know what the river is, but I do know that CC Drew checked and Chach puts out a bet. River was not a 7 because CC Drew folded.
Open seat.
I have a better answer. If you want action during a cash game, you can play on the app, the Hijack app.
What do you mean?
I meant shark though.
No, you said shark.
I said fish.
Oh,
I
but then
meant
you meant
shark.
shark.
Texas Card House now has a poker app that you can play on here in Texas.
Shark bait fish, right?
The Hijack poker app. Check it out.
Shark bait.
Newbie actually won a tournament on there. That just tells you the type of players that are on the app.
I think it's about time I get fucking paid.
Fletcher with the 7s, raising it up.
Sorry.
4 raises to 30.
Didn't even see that you.
And let's see if he gets any action. Newbie with the ace will give him action. And once again, $64 in the pot. Newbie checks. Fletcher puts out a $10 bet. Oh, Newbie going to be raising here. Nice raise by Newbie.
Little sprinkle action on the line.
He figured Fletcher wasn't that strong with the $10 bet, but Fletcher not ready to let go of his 7s. Newbie's going to have to put out a bet here to continue to tell his story. And looks like he's going to do just that as he's cutting out 45 or 60. 55.
They're not gonna do shit after this game.
Fletcher doesn't want to let go of his 7s. Newbie's going to have to blast the river if he wants Fletcher to fold.
They play Memphis. No, they play Memphis to go in. And
Newbie's going to have to bet at least 150 to get Fletcher to fold. He's given up, and Fletcher will check behind and show the 7s.
Dante Exum or Clay.
I knew it.
And Fletcher says, got him.
So what you did with ace 10 earlier? Ace 10. On that 6-5. Turn jack. Bluff me out of it.
All defensive player.
Yeah, I don't know.
Glass
Give me,
ball.
what is this one?
Oh, so there you go. Somebody
That's what I caught.
That's how we'll watch
saying a lot of crazy action on the app, the Hijack app.
He wasn't playing pool, he was watching the stream.
I went to the restroom and had to look at a hand real quick.
And you can get $20 for free
I knew I had you.
with the referral code TCHL20. TCH standing for Texas Card House, the L standing for live, and the 20 standing for the dollar amount. So there's the QR code you can scan. You can also go to hijackpoker.com to download the app.
Comes the raise.
There you go. 2.
That's a decent flop.
I am.
So Fletcher, the big winner tonight, is going to flop quads, and somebody is going to lead out.
Aces. So what is it like? Aces.
So Newbie leading out here, and he gets a call from Matt, and Fletcher going to fling in the call as well.
Yeah. Oh.
King, queen, jack, 8. Somebody's going to lose some money. Nope. Newbie bet again? Newbie betting 15 again. And Newbie bets 15 for a third time. And here comes the raise from Fletcher. Here comes the raise. He's going to make it 75. None of his opponents hit one of their cards, so that's good for them. Bad for Fletcher. Matt with the nut, no pair. Oh, he makes the call. And Fletcher going to show him Quadzilla. So Matt calling with king, queen, the nut, no pair. And Fletcher is going to take his stack up. Yeah, high hand doesn't count. Must be a pocket pair, Fletcher. Must be a pocket pair. Fletcher thought he hit a high hand. So Fletcher up $1,600 for the stream. He's up over $1,000 compared to the second place.
So good right now.
I live with ace dead. I fucking live with ace
They can't give you the high hand. And let you put on the stream with that shirt. One or the other.
What?
It's okay, I can take
Bro,
it.
nah.
I can take it.
You know what? You know what?
The flower one is.
No, y luego te la disimulas y te tiras vino.
Yeah. I
Te
was
la manchas, oh, it's part of the shirt.
I was gonna fucking wear like a harder shirt, like a badass.
Yeah, the cards do get shuffled. Everything gets streamed.
I'm gonna come. It's the same brand, Robin Graham, but it was a different one. It was like a.
All right, so they have let me know
Ábrele, papi, ábrele.
the last hand of the stream. Normally we get between 80 to 100 hands in.
They're gonna fall in love, the fans. They're gonna fall in love.
And then if he doesn't come every week,
Looks like we have some chatters going back and forth. Some people in the chat going back and forth.
I was gonna wear a harder shirt.
But it's going to be hand 92. Hand 92 for tonight. So last 15 minutes of the stream, I like to call it 15 minutes of pain, as there's usually some crazy stuff that happens, as these players know the stream is getting ready to end, so they want to book a win on the stream, or they want to go down fighting. They want to go down swinging.
And I'm like, now you wait.
What George?
CC Drew with his second massage of the night.
No way.
Oh, he was asleep, and I told him.
Looks like
I'm on my way.
he's changing it up.
I'm here. He was like, I'm here outside. I'm like, good.
Different masseuse.
There's not much left anyways.
Yeah, so got about 15 minutes to go. If you have ever watched a stream here at Texas Card House Rio Grande Valley, there's normally some crazy stuff that happens. And we're going to start off the crazy stuff with an under the gun straddle from Chach to $12 to $10.
James,
No fucking way. I had just asked about you.
So actions on Fletcher. It's actually a kind of cool shirt that Fletcher's wearing.
Sorry.
It's got the bottle pouring into a glass. Yeah, it looks like Frida. Newbie with the ace queen just calling here.
like 6 months in jail.
And that's going to bring along Jesse James with the suited 5-6. But we can see that CC Drew has the better clubs. So Newbie has CC Drew dominated, and CC Drew has Jesse James dominated. Top pair for CC Drew, middle pair for Jesse James. CC Drew, who was your initial raiser, going to put out the continuation bet to $60. I don't think that Jesse James can fold here, as he does have some backdoor straight outs, some backdoor flush outs, but we see the flush outs aren't good. He doesn't know that. He does have 4 immediate outs, either a 5 or a 6. Those are his immediate outs. It is a black card. It is not a club, so it should save Jesse James some chips here. Oh, Drew checking back. Oh, Jesse James hitting his 2 pair. $250 in the pot. Check, check. Check, check. Sorry, phony Turgeson. I know you will not approve of this play.
They got this guy on a leash. What do you got? He came back.
A good bit. Oh, my bad. Come back. You spoke to him or no? You spoke to him?
Who's it? Who bought these?
Let the craziness begin. Like I said, it doesn't always happen, but it usually happens. Doesn't always happen, usually happens. And no, I am not in Austin this week. I was in Austin last week. Yeah. So sometimes I'll do the remote commentating. Sometimes I will commentate from Austin when I'm working in Austin, but I am down in the Rio Grande Valley this week. Wasn't able to make the 4-hour and 20-minute trip up to Austin this week. My radio's not working in the car. That's why I need you to hit the like button. That's how I get paid.
Pero cuando estaba dormido.
Yeah, so apparently Phony Turgeson was still watching when they checked down the 2 pair on the river. What was I doing in Austin? School vouchers. School vouchers. Education Savings Fund. All right, so 3 hands to go. Once again, hand 92 will be the final hand. Tomorrow on the main channel, TCH Live Houston will be streaming. And then Friday, we will be streaming on the main channel. Once again, this is the secondary channel. If you're still not subscribed, make sure you do take care of this. That as this is the secondary channel for all Texas Card House locations. Mainly Houston and Rio Grande Valley stream on this channel, but Austin and Dallas do stream whenever there is a tournament going on the main channel. They will stream on the secondary channel here. Wings for Matt.
Then you improve Fletcher.
Yeah, so it looks like the chat is talking about a possible serial killer that they have in Austin.
Oh, look at you.
Water, wait.
On Rainy Street. So 2 more hands tonight. Let us see if there will be blood.
Alright, last time for me, last time for me. Sorry. I'm stuck anymore. But I will.
All in Joe raising it up with the suited 1 gapper. Jesse James gonna be calling with the suited connectors as the shot who did straddle.
No aces or kings.
So 3 ways we go to a flop. And it's gonna be top pair for Chach. Should be putting out about a $30 bet here. 35, let's say 35. He has no spades, so between $30 and $40 is what he should be betting once it gets checked to him. Oh, he bets 50. So sizes it up to 50. Everybody will fold, and we are coming up to our last hand.
Entonces, ¿qué, PB? What do you think?
So last hand of the night. There's the VPIP. Matt in at over 50%. Both Fletcher and Joe in at 40%. Chach is in at 71%, but he has only seen 14 hands. T-Rich at the bottom, but still a respectable 26%.
No, I'm saying if I would play more.
We wanted to do the small blind.
Every time they want to play, they this year.
Are you saying
No, he
after
doesn't
Drew
want to
play?
do shit like that.
So last hand of the night. Will there be blood?
I'm gonna raise it. Doesn't.
Stop.
Con todo, tú, pa.
Stop. Who the fuck invited this guy?
Chulo. Rico.
Yeah, it was on 6th Street, but not Rainy Street.
Chilo.
Chilo, boy. He knows something about me. Who told him? Who told him?
No, you showed him. Nobody told him. Ese es otro pedo.
This guy.
I've been watching.
Yeah.
Ese es otro pedo, güey.
So last hand of the night.
Hey, Terry, where you going? I'm out of here. The fuck? The fuck?
10 high flop. Top pair for Chach. Middle pair for All in Joe.
35.
Another big bet from Chach here. All in Joe gonna look him up.
Bro, I'm sorry to tell you, but I think this table's gonna break soon.
Let's see if we see a 9 on the turn. 9 for fun?
Hey, but you follow me home, I jump in my car and then... Stop, I live right next door.
No, but I'm not gonna stay long.
I know, but I just want to drop off my
And it
car.
looks like it's gonna go checked all the way down.
Uber on the way home. He doesn't need
Yeah,
to
yeah,
drive
yeah.
home.
Like, I just don't want to drive. I have to come over. Or not, I'll leave my car here and then just you drive me out, whatever.
Thanks for the love, Bama Vegas. Make sure you do subscribe to the secondary channel.
Cuando?
Protect your safety.
No.
That's what I'm saying.
And that'll do it for the night. No fireworks, surprisingly.
It don't matter. That's all.
Thank you for joining us tonight. And we will be streaming on Friday. Our next stream will be on Friday on the main channel, TCH Live Poker.